Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Saturday. I hope your weekend's going well. Welcome back to fresh, brand new Hazel stream featuring my co-captain, co-pilot, if not head pilot. Hi, baby girl. Hey, cutie cat. How's everybody doing? I want to thank Smokey, too, for a 39-month resub. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Adventures of Crawdad, at least for an hour or so, and then we can check out Hallow's End. Hallow's End starts 10 Pacific. I checked the calendar in-game on Crawdad at first, and it said noon, and I went, and then I was like, oh, hang on a second. This is not my normal server, and it is not using local time. So that's this calendar is using server time, which is rude. So we're fine. It starts in an hour. Good morning. Love your walkthrough videos. Thank you. My co-captain Cannoli did a backflip off the cat tree. Hope yours is behaving better. Oh, I hope Cannoli stuck the landing. Ouch! Appropriately named. Thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. How are you guys doing today? I am layered up and cozy warm for now. We'll see if it lasts. It's a little chilly in here, but we're doing okay. I chugged the coffee. That usually warms you up a little bit. I am on Crawdad, on Remix. I am at item level average 671, equipped 665. I have a couple of pieces of jewelry, this one in particular, that's holding my equipped back, but we don't have to worry about that. Coming along, his weapon has 29 stacks of the thingy doodle. And today I want to do, I'm here at the world boss, but I'm waiting because I queued up for a random dungeon and I feel like it's going to stick me into it any minute now. I'm excited to have a fresh day's lockouts to do mythic raids, heroic raids, normal raids, to get him really juiced. And I also wanted to do Wither Gym because I haven't done that world boss yet. Saga, thank you for the 60-month resub. Woohoo! Time flies, does it ever? Holy moly! I had weird dreams about trying to go back to my old apartment and realizing that I didn't live there anymore and that it's been rented to somebody else. Oh, hey, my dungeon cube. Like my subconscious just now realizing that I've moved. Oh yeah, there's my key. That's right. That's right. We did a mythic plus key yesterday. My infinite knowledge is at 21. I'm pretty happy with that. I think there's only 5 more that are technically available to me in the first phase. And one of them is the Suramar one, which we may or may not be giving up on. I might try it off stream sometime, but I sure didn't do it yesterday. Mythic what? Might do Emerald Nightmare and Trial of Valor on Mythic. Mythic rating in Remix isn't really like Mythic rating. It doesn't really count. It's not really the same thing. I still don't know what the Mythic mechanics are. If anything, the bosses die so fast that you'll never know. This is a Arcway. Okay. We can do that. See if I can actually keep up. It looks like we've got a Brewmaster monk who is going at the speed of light here, so I'll shoot stuff, but I think my main objective is just to not fall so far behind. Our poor rogue back there is still thinking about it. More comfortable once you get heat. Memory of comfy thermostat temperatures. I think we're going to make another fire today. We picked up some emergency firewood at a bit of a markup, but I decided that I needed to loosen the purse strings a little bit because it was frickin' freezing. So we didn't do a fire yesterday, but I think we're going to do one today. Every other day seems to be the required cadence to prevent it from getting really inhumane in here. And yesterday wasn't so bad. It was sunny, so the sun heated the building up a little bit. Got my first Mythic Dungeon quest in Remix today. Kind of terrified, but I'm at 620. Should be fine. Oh yeah, no, you're cruising. You're well geared for that. You'll do great. Mythic rating is funny. Dinged 80 and an alternate 580. I was like, surely not. Started a Mythic World Tour group and got both cleared on all 3 difficulties with a couple 740s just stomping. Yeah, that's the smart thing. You're wiser than me. You started a group and then you can just pull people into it. I sit around and I wait for somebody to invite me, despite the fact that I don't think any leadership required to run a Remix raid group. It's not like you're assigning people groups or soaks or anything like that. I think it's really just a, create group, press the button. But well, you aren't in sub-zero temperatures. Kimchi got a lot more spicy overnight. Oh, yeah, symbolic leader. Just a figurehead of the organization, just like me. Verify if there's a pulse. Usually good. 600, not sure what I should farm next, if at all. You can do lots of stuff. At 600, you are in great shape to do normal raid, heroic raid. I was still at that point working on my world achievements. You can continue to push your item level up while doing just questing as well as world questing, and there's achievements that you can work on in that sphere that will grant you infinite knowledge, like your lore runner achievements for the different entry zones. So I think I was still working on that around that time. You want, assuming that you're trying to get your character as powerful as possible, you want as much infinite knowledge as you can get. Getting it early will help you for the rest of Remix. Still need to finish it soon in High Mountain. High Mountain Sojourner was long. That was a project. That was a big one. I want to do like a million world quests. I want to hang out and do that all day, but I'm gonna have to. I don't have to, I suppose, but I want to check out New Hallow's End once it comes up. I wonder if it'll be stable or not when it first hits live servers in about 49 minutes here. Loved it because I love High Mountain though. I did much better once I found the entrances to the various caves. That stuck me for a while as I was looking for where to start certain side quest storylines, and they would be marked on my map, but then I would fly over it and I'd be like, I don't see anything. And of course it's in a cave that starts like, you know, really far away. That is annoying, I agree. But in every case, once I had Googled it, it wasn't, you know, you get some coordinates and then you're in good shape. TomTom kind of really earns its keep when you're doing that kind of thing. I talked up such a big game about keeping up, and now look at me. Oh, there we go, it's over. Wow, they one-phased it. Alright, I'll take it, thanks very much. I'm just trying to get as many things as I can that are going to give me auto gears. So a random normal dungeon, a random heroic dungeon, each of the raids, infinite research to the best of my ability. Because we want gear. And when do we want it, Kira? What's that? You said meow? Right, meow? I know. It was cute this morning. Kitty came out and I was petting her, and Moose just comes up to my elbow and looks at me like, what? What about me? Like, he's not that needy when it comes to attention. Like, he'll check in and he wants you to say hi and stuff, but let me see if I can find a heroic withered gym group. But as soon as you're petting the cat, all of a sudden he is jealous. Heroic gym. That's what we're after. Most people kill him before he teleports. The last time I did it in a random group, he did manage to teleport, and we were doing the whole race thing. Jim, hello? Oh, I think Jim dead. Okay. Let's find a new one. Jim? Jim used to lag my computer out pretty bad. That's the one I'm pretty sure that I just joined. What about this one? This one only has one person in it. What about this one? Oh, no, we got into this one. Random Redshirt, thank you for the 63-month resub. Good morning, Hazel. Good morning. I hope your weekend's going good. Ooh. There we go. Attack! Based on his health and the amount of people here, you don't actually need that many people to do a world boss now that we're geared up and stuff. I wonder if we're going to get to the point that people just roll up and solo them. Can you feasibly do the world boss in heroic even if you're level 60? That's a good question. I don't know. I think it would... I don't know. You might die, but, you know, as long as other people kill it, you'll still get credit. I don't think you get... I guess I don't know what you get for doing it on heroic mode as opposed to normal mode. The only reason I'm on heroic mode is because I wanted to be on heroic mode anyways for doing, like, other world quests and stuff. I don't know that the box gives you anything super sick. Maybe it gives you a piece of gear or something. No one's doing them on normal. Yeah. At a certain point, once the world starts to feel kind of standard to you in heroic mode, you kind of just leave it on. Alright, so he's done. I want to see how many more I have left to keep up with. World bosses. Broken Isles world bosses. Okay, lots of them. 2, 4, 6 more. Alrighty. So I'm gonna do... I guess I'm gonna queue for my... Well, I only have so much time. Maybe we should just go straight for the mythic dungeons. See if I can get into like an Emerald Nightmare mythic. Raid Finder. Not Raid Finder. Pre-made groups. Emerald Nightmare. There's always groups up. Emerald Nightmare Mythic. 680. Am I 680? No, I'm 671. I like it when there's an item level threshold, but one that I meet. That's the dream. That's what you want. I don't really mind Mythic, Heroic, Normal. Mythic, Heroic, Normal. I wouldn't mind that either. Oh, I got into one of them. And the trick is to check and see which one it is. It was just for Mythic. It was not also for Heroic and Normal. Okay, let's fly there. Let me get a waypoint. Just in case we don't get summoned. Normal Emerald Nightmare item level 700k, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's super overkill. I mean, that would be pretty funny, but the groups that have item level thresholds genuinely go so quickly. Emmy Plays, thanks for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Like your new setup. 680 is kind of crazy. 1 or 2 700s will carry it in seconds. Yeah, not bad. Head on out there. And see how fast we can smoke through this. Did I get anything good from that? No. I hate it when you get an epic piece that is scaled to you, but it's the same item level that you're wearing. I'll keep my speed. That same thing. Just matching. It's like the worst possible gear outcome because it finally spits you out something that could have been an upgrade, but it's not. How many infinite knowledge do you have? 30 stacks of Limits Unbound. Lifetime infinite knowledge 1.6 mil. Or infinite power, rather. Oh, you'd asked about knowledge. 21. 21 is my infinite knowledge. I read that you need to empty your bags of low item level stuff. You don't have to get low item level stuff out of your bags, but you do need to keep the highest item level stuff for each slot in your bags if you're not going to wear it. So I have some extra rings on hand that I'm not wearing because maybe they're not my best traits, or maybe in this case I already have one. But just to make sure that that my ring that I'm wearing, that is 578, is not counting for my average item level. You want to have like upgrades in your bag. Same thing. I've got a 669 trinket here, but I can't wear it because I already have it on. I have 2 copies of it, but it should basically cover that 659 slot. But I don't think like just carrying questing gear around is gonna hurt you. It's not like a, it's like an average highest, not like a your 571's not gonna drag your average down. Or at least it shouldn't. That would be highly mean. Nice to see you back doing shows. Really resonates with those of us on the ASD spectrum. It's so friendly. Aw. I'm glad to have you here. 21. Oh, did I impress somebody? Yeah, this is exciting. I felt behind this whole time. You can get up to, I think, 26 right now. Let me pull up my best friend Wowhead page. What does it say? You can do, current you can get before phase 2 is 27. So there's still 6 more. A few of them would be, I think 2 more of them I can get from just getting infinite power. One of them is going to be from Suramar. One of them is for Legion Slayer, which we're still working on. A 5th one is from Broken House World Quest, which I'm also working on. And I don't know what the last one would be, to be honest with you. I feel like I did the rest of it, so maybe there's an extra one from Infinite Power. At 11 need to do my Lore Masters, I think. They take a long time, but they also get you 10% chunks of bonus XP if you were going to level any else later. Finishing the campaign gets you that. And it is a good bronze, and plus you're still getting gear. Well, I had missed one or I broke the game. I have 28. Huh. I bet you they might have missed one. It may not be perfect. It's been a good template to follow, though. 27, 28 when the world bosses finally go at full rotation. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the world bosses. That's the other one that I need. That's right. Is this on Mythic? This is Mythic. Because I was skipping world bosses for a while, and I shouldn't have been. There's so many of them. But I have a good chunk, and it's helping. I guess I don't know what my goal is with my infinite power. Like, I know I want to get my infinite knowledge as high as I can to benefit my infinite power, but I don't know if there's some kind of a, and this is all hypothetical and not important, but I don't know if there's some kind of a threshold for Limits Unbound where you're like, oh yeah, that's a good number to have. Like, that's where you want to kind of think about getting it to. You know, obviously more good, but I don't know if there's like a break point that I'm aiming for, or if it's just kind of a generic more good. Legion Remix is fun. Everyone was dooming hard, but I'm having a better time in Panda Land. The trick is to try and not listen to too much dooming or glazing on either side, and just give things a whirl to see if they're fun for you, because oh man, internet really gets out of control sometimes. It's just you can really make yourself blue. Speaking from experience. Here we go. I'm getting there. I think I'll save up all of my motes, and then after I get out of the raid, I'll just use a whole bunch of them. Any point min-maxing jewelry, put on whatever number is highest. So as far as I can tell, the damage that the traits do does not scale with item level at all. A Touch of Malice is going to do the same amount of damage, or it's going to have the same effect, regardless of if it's like a 578 or a 740. The only thing that is different is the amount of stamina on that trinket. So if you have high item level trinkets but with terrible traits, you're going to be healthy. You're going to be a bit safer with all of your stamina. And your equipped item level will look great, but your performance is not going to be nearly as good as somebody that's optimized their traits because of how much damage those traits will end up doing. That's how the theory goes anyway. And you can get around the item level issue by keeping high item level trinkets and rings and jewelry of any trait in your bags, and then that'll show for your average item level, which is the one that I'm pretty sure shows when you're applying to groups and stuff anyway. So if you're willing to take the hit on... Holy moly, did they pull it before I can get through the door? I've been so slow. I don't really like Ursock anyway. Oh no, that's going to send me in now. The Feign Death worked. But you can just keep it, like, if you've replaced them and you've upgraded them all, you can just keep an eye out for the right traits. Wowhead will have a little list of the ones that you're looking for on your spec guide page. I wonder if people are going to come jumping off the edge here in a second. They're probably halfway through Ursock. Did they pull him? I see. No, they haven't pulled him yet. Why don't you do quest? Oh, I did a bunch of quests already. I have Lore Runner of Stormheim and High Mountain and Asuna and Val'Shara. We did all kinds of quests. Or do you mean the quest that was like in the middle of the raid? Because there was a skip quest there, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm not skipping the raid at all. I don't think there's any good reason for me to do it. I did an earlier difficulty of it, and then I was like, why? Traits don't scale with item level, but they do scale with mastery and stuff. If you are melee, you want the crows. Casters, you want Brewing Storm. Everyone posts that they have everything done, max item level. They can solo Khadgar and Dalaran, have 85 billion extra bronze. Okay. People who want to create skip groups later to farm horns. I guess so, but like by the time that you get... I don't know. I have my horn, like my Xavier shoulders already. And I didn't particularly try. It was just from... Holy moly, my pet's not showing up ever. Oh, no, there they are. Okay. I didn't particularly try. It was just from doing, like, daily raid clears occasionally, not even every day. On a couple of difficulties, you pick them up. Mainly, I think, what people want from doing the bosses is the loot, the infinite power, and the loot, the infinite power, and the bronze. And if you were skipping it, you wouldn't get nearly as much bronze for your time. I don't think we're going to see a lot of skip groups. Maybe. One piece away from theoretical current bis. Nice. You've been cranking. I'm trying to do 10, maybe 15 item levels in a day. Although I don't know about today because I'm not gonna stay on Remix all day. I would like to, but I want to go figure out what's going on with New Hallows End once it comes up. I think Zero World Tour is super nice. Do you do them solo now? Like, do you just like walk into the dungeons and clear them? I've been told the experience bonus caps at 400%. That's the word on the street. Oh, cool. I haven't tried soloing any dungeons yet. I'm sure I can. Well, yeah, I probably can. Hallow's Inn starts today. It should be up in about 35 minutes. 10 a.m. Pacific is generally when they start holidays, at least for North American servers. Solo probably any 20. Holy. A few bosses with hard CC that stop me beyond that. Yeah, I don't even have most of them done on like zeros. I could probably get I could get a bunch of bronze caches just for doing a world tour. It's not a bad idea eventually. Okay, 675 Chaos Forge. I'm gonna hold on to that one. I only want to wear 1 stack of volatile magics, but if I get like another ring, if I get a Touch of Malice ring, I can put it on and instead of this, and then I can swap that one out. That would be good. Did an 11-kilometer walk through a major urban forest park. Gorgeous. Ready to settle in, game the rest of the day. Nice. That sounds cozy. It's always, gaming's always extra nice when you've done something outside like that first. Today starts my quest to fight the Headless Horseman on at least a dozen characters each day. I'm curious to see what they've, if that's necessary. A lot of the new stuff they've been adding, I guess I'm not sure exactly what you're farming, but a lot of the new stuff they've been adding is kind of a do it once per day per account thing. Falls peeking in the city and I went early. It was so quiet and beautiful. Aw, worried I'd miss it. I have a bad feeling they're gonna make me trick or treat. The full monk set in 1 day, I think. Oh, for doing the boss on different characters. Oh, that's right. Interesting. Armor drops are grindable. Gotcha. Monk sets are guaranteed each kill. No, not an IRL trick or treat. I am 33. I think it's frowned upon at this point if you don't have any children with you. In-game tricky treating to get currency to buy cosmetics. What's your point? Which remix do you like more? Panda 1 or this one so far? I don't know. How would I know? That one was then and this one is now. Unless something went like horribly wrong with one or another thing, I don't really know how to rank stuff. I have a goldfish memory. I'm just kind of happy in whatever bubble I'm currently in. Walk on your knees, cover yourself with a sheet. Free candy is free candy. Are you looking forward to trick-or-treaters coming to you? I don't know if they will. I'm fairly deep in the bush, and I have not decorated for Halloween at all. I have no Halloween decorations. Even if I wanted to put any out, I would need to purchase them or, you know, steal them from people. So it's not likely that anyone's going to come to my door. I should probably have some candy on hand just in case anyone tries it, but like it would be a bit strange. They would have to get by some spooky unlit areas. I'm going to go for a walk through the park. There was a private Halloween party going on, so the park was closed. An aptly dressed witch turned us away. In a public park? That's kind of crazy. I know people can like have parties in parks and they can like apply for permits, but I didn't know they can prevent other people from entering the area. Where I am, nobody randomly trick-or-treats, all prearranged. Happy Saturday, a bit late. Farming the Headless Horseman set with my elves already done. Holy smokes! Congratulations. Halloween is big in Canada as it is in the US. I haven't really participated in Halloween since I was a kid. So I don't know. I spent, 7-8 years in the US, but I didn't really do anything for Halloween. I didn't give out candy to trick-or-treaters. I didn't go trick-or-treating. I didn't go to Halloween parties. So I don't know. Yeah, it was exciting when I was a kid. I would get dressed up in a costume, and then my mom would make me wear a coat over my costume because it's Canada and it was freezing. And then I would be cranky because nobody could see my cool costume. But it was important to stay warm, and then we would get candy, and then we would all like trade candy for our favorites, and then we would eat it all, and then we would get sick. Normal stuff. Have you heard of Homebound? Yes, I have it installed. I haven't played with it yet, but I've heard good things. You guys have been telling me about it for a few days. Videos of local cats and wildlife being startled by Halloween porch animatronics while they were plundering candy buckets. That may have been AI, but at least it was high effort AI. I've never heard of a cat trying to plunder a candy bucket. My entire neighborhood floods with people. It's amazing. If our costumes a size or two bigger as kids, we'd wear jackets under the costume. That's smart. You know what? Actually, I did do a little Halloween either last year or the year before, because I remember I had Moose and I put his costume on, and then I went for a walk while everybody else was trick-or-treating. Not to, like, trick-or-treat or anything, but I was just walking my dog, but then people could see him in his costume and go, oh my god, he's so cute. Saw a video of Moose eating cookies off a cooling tray. Oh no. Oh dear. You get 1900 bronze per boss in Mythic. That's kind of nice. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Stalwart team. Fun stream. Looking forward to another show update. Gotta go. See you later. Yeah, I don't really go out for Halloween. It's never been my favorite holiday since I grew out of trick-or-treating myself. I think it would be different if they were like, if I had children, I would probably want to give, do it for them. But I don't, and Moose could kind of care less whether or not I strap his bat wings on, so I don't really feel motivated to spend money to get Halloween decorations that I don't particularly enjoy. Christmas is a different story. I love me some Christmas. Christmas decorations are money well spent. I decorate in like November. We do 2 straight months of Christmas decorations. Although I like to decorate early for Christmas because I know that on December like the 26th, I'm going to want to start taking stuff down. Maybe it'll last until New Year's, maybe, but I am not the person that still has Christmas stuff up in February because as soon as it's over, I'm done with it. Put it away. Some people enjoy the cosplay aspect of it. Yeah, I've heard that. It doesn't click with me, but I'm glad that they're having fun. There's a reason that I am extremely lazy and I just put on my Murloc onesie every single year. Happy about the news that obtaining an armor set gives you all the lower set appearances. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Speaking of, what day of the week is Halloween on this year? It is on a Friday, so we are streaming. Murloc onesie strikes again. I do prefer Christmas personally. Is Halloween the only holiday I really do? It might be. Or at least, or pardon me, not Halloween. Christmas I think is the only one I get super into. You can put the Grunch for starters. Purple Murloc onesie for variety. I used to have one. I think I donated it at one point because I felt it was redundant to have 2 Murloc onesies. Because I could only ever wear one at a time, so I figured I may as well save the fairly enormous space in my closet and just keep the one that I preferred the colorway of. I think at one point I had a blue one or something. And then I thought, why on earth does one woman need 2 of these? That's silly. Love many holidays, find it difficult to want to go out of my way to decorate and do stuff when I never get visitors. The thing I like about Christmas is I like making the food. I like Christmas baking. I like making kind of like winter feast style stuff to bring to like a family dinner. It was nice seeing everybody. You could still wear Murloc with tinsel and string lights and bam, Christmas Murloc. Oh, just put a Santa hat on him. Ho ho ho. How was your Thanksgiving? It was nice. It was really nice. Nice weather, nice food. Got to see everybody. My nephew looks about 3 feet taller than he was the last time I saw him, and I feel like now that I don't live quite as close anymore, that's going to just be the case every single time. My husband was like, did he get bigger? And I'm like, yeah, I get used to it. Every time we see him, he's going to be like another foot taller. And by the time that he's turned 18, he's going to be 29 feet. What did you make? What did I make? Oh, I didn't make anything. I brought whipping cream. I asked my mom what to bring because I usually do bring something. And she said that she had it covered but she wanted me to bring some whipped cream because she made waffles. We had waffles and like it was kind of like a brunch thing. It was nice. Nobody in my immediate family eats meat anymore, so there's really no point in anyone making like a turkey. And we had a ways to drive to get there, so it didn't really make sense to do dinner because then we would have been getting home super late and got dog couldn't come because he's not able to enter the building. So we did brunch instead, and it was nice. Is this remix harder to understand? I don't think you're being dumb at all. It is more complicated. I appreciate that bronze is not connected to upgrades, but it does mean that there's definitely more steps to it. That would be the worst superpower. Every time you're observed, you grow 2 inches taller. Isn't it surreal when that happens? But I got a hug when I was leaving. I asked him if he wanted to give his auntie a hug, and he did, and it was cute. Don't have to decide between upgrading gear, buying cosmetics. I don't know why I always, leave, walk out the door. Like, I've got important things to do in Velshara. I should really just teleport home. You don't move your arm a bit? How do you have such good keying control? Wouldn't it be strange if I was moving my arm, like if I was gaming like that? Wouldn't that be a bit odd? I don't know, it's like wrist muscles, man. That's so me. Surprises me the number of people that walk out the door. It's like peer pressure, like you see everybody else doing it and you feel like they're onto something. Okay, so I can leave the party. Do a couple pieces of gear, see if they're upgrades. Years of practice. I've never felt that I needed leverage to do my rotation. Okay, I'm wearing one of those already, so that's good news. It's an upgrade. We like that. And that one's an upgrade too. One of my pieces is behind. My boots are still 656. Oh, I got 2 of these. That's nice. How much do these give me now? 2750 stamina. Oh, 101,562 infinite power is what you get for using these fragmented mementos at knowledge 21. Happy with that. That's nice. That's lots. Take that up to 34. Lovely. Okay, I have 20 or so minutes. Should I do a heroic or should I try to do Mythic Trial of Valor? I think I should do Trial of Valor. Mythic Trial of Valor. Just in case I don't end up getting back on... whatchamacallit. Oh, hang on. I'm not 700 plus. Remix, I'd like to do the most that I can of the mythic stuff, so we'll do that. We can maybe head back. Like the wacky inflatable waving arm tube man. I've been peer pressured to jumping off the edge twice the raid. Yeah, Hallow's End should begin in about 22 minutes. The whole knowledge part could have been left out, so it's just collecting power and bronze. Yeah, a little extra complicated. What am I gonna get? Am I lucky? I got a 679 next. Yeah, not horrifically unlucky. Get rid of some stuff. 31k bronze. My bronze collection, it's coming along, slowly but surely. I'm not too fussed about it yet. I'm too focused on the gearing grind to really worry about how needing another 2 million bronze. But we're only in the first phase, so we're going to get loads more bronze, especially from achievements and stuff. Okay. What did they give me? They gave me a helmet? Helmet? Okay. And... chest piece. I'll take it. And then I want to pick up... yeah, sure. Elite enemies, that's fine. You can get those done pretty quick in raid. I don't want to do the dungeon quest. I want to do... give me a new set so I can maybe get like a Trial of Valor or something. Any enemies. Yeah, that'll work. Because you can do those in raid groups too. Okay, I need to go to Trial of Valor, by the way. Let's fly. We may or may not get summoned, but... full random Mythic 0 and a new tune gets you like 200k if you haven't done any dungeons. So glad you're a Canuck. Housing looks amazing. I'm really excited for it. Excited for housing to dethrone. Collecting mogs, mounts, and pets is my gaming priority. It's just, there's so much more capacity with housing for you to display the stuff and enjoy the stuff that you've collected. You know, we're collecting like bajillions of transmogs. And you can only put on one outfit at a time. I guess a handful of them if you've got different characters you dress up, but... I don't know. I end up wearing mainly the same things. And then for mounts, you know, you can have like 1,000 and whatever mounts, 1,063 mounts, but again, I'm riding one at a time. Like, most of them I'm never going to see them. And I'm sure that the same scale is going to apply for housing. Like, we're going to have bajillions of stuff and you're only going to have so much of it out. But you can at least have more things out. You know, you've got more room to play with, more things to work with. These Drake treats are nice. Catching up to the raid entrances here. This puts me at 674. Oh, I have a few of the XP bonuses to use too. Have you killed the Lich King yet? In Legion Remix? That's fine. I don't think he's here. I think he's in a different castle. Have a great stream. Not been in WoW since I started playing Palia. Hallow's End is my version of Christmas, so I had to resub. In general, I may have killed him back in original Wrath of the Lich King. I did not play Wrath of the Lich King Classic. And then I farmed him a bunch to get the Invincible mount at some point in my life. So, you know, we did that. Remix is locked to only Oregon Legion. There isn't even an auction house. Alright, I made it before they started pulling stuff. This is nice. Although, why are people leaving? It's on Mythic. Why are people leaving? That's weird. Over 200 verse. Not having an auction is really key to remix gearing. Yeah, the fact that golden economy... I mean, you are earning gold sort of over time, and you'll get to keep that when you transfer over, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm assuming. You know, it's nice, but it's nice having a game mode where golden economy is not really a factor, because that would just complicate it a bunch more. You can't even trade anything, can you? Like, everything that you get in Remix on your character, you have to get for yourself. I know that early on you were able to carry people through Mythic Plus to kind of skip them, but they fixed that. How does it work over 200 verse? 100% damage reduction? I don't know. I don't know, actually. It's a good question. I only have 34%. But it is increasing my damage and healing by 34% and decreasing my damage taken by 17, so it may fall off a bit. Bell curve, yeah. You can trade consumables, the scrolls. Oh. Have we ever done that? Has anyone ever been like, yo, I'll trade you 2 mystic powers for a scroll of chaos? That's what I need to really get my remix journey online. That's the one thing standing between me and greatness. I'm out of scrolls of chaos. Saving the rep tokens on my remix character. My first remix getting me to consider my level 70 retail characters and remake them. How is leveling in retail? Not as fast as it is in Remix. If you're not attached to like the history of the character or anything and you just want to get it leveled to 80, Remix is going to be a lot faster for that. Don't use a single scroll. When we started careening off of edges in raids to, you know, to like get to the next boss faster, it stopped making sense to really use those buffs at all. They're not that important. More than a stack of Nostwits. I'm sitting on 108 of them. I feel like I should just use them more freely. I always use my Hearthstone if it's available first, and I think I can give up on that. There's a rep-related infinite knowledge. Reputation. The rep comes pretty easy. Is there a rep-related infinite knowledge? I just got bronze caches from mine. Unless there's one over here. I don't think so. Rep is one of the things that you can use to get your zone meta, but that's not for knowledge, that's for cosmetics. Don't have the slightest clue what level key I can do at 675. Pretty good ones, I'm sure. Thought it was part of the meta. The metas don't give you knowledge, though. If you want to do knowledge, you have to do Lore Runner, which is Sojourner in Campaign. This is a good starting point for farming knowledge. That's the sheet that I've been working off of for mine. I'm up to 21. I think I have 2 more to get from Infinite Power. 2 more to get from quest and event achievements, and then 1 more from zone completion. Oh, and then 1 more from Broken Elves World bosses. Abusing the weak core makes it super easy. Oh. Nice. I don't know if I'm ever going to use a weak core again. I think my weak core days might be over. Poor remix bosses. They just get deleted. You'd think that that would get boring after a while and not be satisfying, but not really. I'm still having a nice time. I get a kick out of it. Can confirm XP caps at 400%. See if we can just run straight through here. Look at this counting for my infinite research. I'm on my mount. I'm not even helping. I've learned my lesson against helping. Never help until you've gotten all the way to where everybody's going. Otherwise, you're just going to pull aggro and get moitered. Got all 4 of my Deathless TOV sets. Nice. Please, they brought those back. I got 1 of them. I haven't decided if I'm going to make alts of other armor types to pursue the other ones. I might in like later remix, but I might not. Man, I do like being a hunter for Feigned Death, although I don't know if it's doing me any good here. I didn't touch them. Why aren't they? Let me through. Thank you. Appreciate it. Waiting to get more XP bonus before doing alts. Gotta do the mounts. I figure I'll worry about alts when I feel like I've run out of things to do in my main. Like if my main is item level 740, they've got full infinite knowledge, they've got as many XP buffs as they're liable to get. That's probably a good point to start alts if I decide that at that point I really want stuff. Because then, you know, leveling alts at that point will give me some more bronze. It'll be a good way to get some extra, you know, the extra Trial of Valor Deathless sets. Maybe old class order hall mounts that I didn't finish yet. Could do. Lost all motivation for alts. But I don't really want the alts for the sake of having more alts. I have enough alts. I already have enough alts to the point where if I'm farming for a mount, I run out of time before I run out of alts. Because I'm not really willing to sit and farm a mount for more than like 3 hours in a day. That feels reasonable. At that point, it feels like I should get up and go do something else. Play with my worms or something. Nothing more satisfying than combining 100 fragmented mementos and getting 110k IP. I feel like if your mementos are the one thing that makes it really nice to be doing raids and keys on, because you can get quite far. You can get your item level up just fine doing like world quests and outdoor content. But that's the one thing that you don't really get is these fragmented mementos. I guess you might get a few of them from like rares in heroic mode, but not nearly as many as you'd get for joining these farm groups. And I think your infinite power would be not, I don't know about the phrase behind, but it wouldn't be nearly as strong as it would be if you were just regularly doing raid clears because of how much power you get from those things. Now it's just getting to 80. I mean the original class order hall mounts, not the Felscorned ones that they give you at 80, but the original ones where they wanted you to actually do the class order hall campaign and stuff. I'm hoping that those become available in Remix. People are saying that they need Broken Shore unlocked in order for it to work. I guess the benefit of doing it in Remix instead of retail, because you could do it in retail whenever you wanted, is just that the mission table quests are insta-complete as opposed to having to wait for the mission table. I don't know if there is another benefit. I guess you do a ton of damage against stuff. Yeah, campaign extends to Broken Shore. But that comes out next week. There we go. Oh, I got a... Oh, nice gloves. Needed those. And then we're gonna leave. We're gonna do heroic Trial of Valor. Oh yeah, that's right. Tuesday's Nighthold and Karazhan. That's right. And Insurrection. Okay, so 2 of these. Oh, nice. I had a 660 cloak on, so that's a big upgrade. Don't need that one now. And then another 100k. 100k infinite power. Get that up to 36. And we're on heroic. The mission table stuff is still in retail. The gold missions I think got nerfed to not give as much gold in certain like older expansions, but the missions are still there and you still need to complete some of them for your order hall campaign. So it requires kind of like coming back to it once a day or so. There's a sort of time gates there if you're trying to catch up on it now for class mounts. I did a few of them like Dragonflight. Yeah, they reduce the gold. You can still get pet charms quite effectively if you're trying to mass farm polished pet charms. Although I don't know what the feature of that's going to look like if we're going to need quite as many of them as we used to. Up to 678. Rep grinds and quests. There's a few things that people do them for, like, I don't know, old currency for stuff. I'm thinking of like the 7th Legion service medals. Did you ever get those from mission tables? I might be just losing it. I love the skip dragon text when skipping the table mission. Anima, yeah. It's not very much anima, but it's you know, no lift. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Rain and Flow. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Garden thing for Night Fae. Yeah, there's little bits and pieces. I'm certainly not doing missions every day. I haven't done them in months. I'm kind of glad that they didn't bring those forward. They were easy, which meant I felt like I had to do them, but they were boring, which meant I was never having fun doing them. Especially when they were generally getting just automated by add-ons anyway. Not worth the travel to the Sanctum to cycle quests instead of farming Zerath Mortis? Unless you didn't want to farm. You know, if you just wanted to leave a character in town and just press a button on them and then log out for a day and get some anima for free. It's hard to argue with. I don't have a pet. I have a kitty on my lap. She shows up for stream like it's her job. I hope I get to keep this gold when I convert over to a retail character. I remember that you got a flat amount of gold on Mop Remix character converts when they converted them. Like, they had a set amount of gold on them each. And it wasn't bad, but I don't remember if you get more than that if the character had more than that on them. It's been a while. I have so many research to turn in. So exciting. Hi, Susie. Yeah, I think people would be, I suppose, pretty mad if you didn't keep it. What's the highest? How am I doing on infinite power achievements? I think there might be 2 more. I need 10, 11, and 12. So 3 more infinite knowledge I can get just from gaining power. 12 is for getting to 5 mil. 10 is 2 mil, 2 mil, and then 3 mil, and then 5 mil cumulatively. Yeah, and it's not like you're earning the gold and like, they don't give you 1,000 gold for a Paragon Cache or anything either. Or like a world quest. I think the achievements are warbound. I don't know if any of them are character specific. They all seem to have the blue header. I still need to get this one done. I need to do more world quests. There we go. Heroic Hellia finished. They might be doing normal after this as well. You know, for here anyway. You could do the Meta Dungeon Achieve and Remix if you want. Do this one more time. Nice upgrade. It is, we're 5 minutes off. See if I can, yeah, we're gonna do normal. With anybody that wants to stick around for normal. And then I'll turn in my research and see about Hallow's End. I think I was caught up before on Hallow's End, I believe. So anything new that they add should be the only thing that I need. But if it's anything like Brewfest, they're adding a bunch of stuff. Well, let's see. See what I'm missing. I don't usually try to farm a new holiday like the hour it comes out. I normally wait for Wowhead to get their updated guide posted and like the add-ons to get their daily updates out. Is this retail? This is Legion Remix. So it's retail adjacent. It's definitely not classic. I think I missed Arphis. Yeah, Arphis is real cute. I am playing Crawdad. Oh, I need to update his transmog. His outfit's all gone. I updated too much of his gear. So I need to remember if I want to do any more raid clerks today. It's Emerald Nightmare, it's Heroic, and Normal, because we only did Mythic Emerald Nightmare. yeah, maybe I'll do Hell the First One and a bunch of characters to get the set today, if that's how it works. Assuming the set's brand new. That shouldn't take too long. I guess I'm saying that. I don't know how difficult it's going to be. I think EU already has it, because somebody earlier said, Octopixie was saying they've finished theirs already, so it can't be that hard. Must be pretty quick. 8 level 80 remix tunes have officially reached the bonus XP cap at 400%. Holy smokes. Congratulations. You must get a lot. I mean, I guess every time you get an 80, you get another 10%, so that's got to help a lot. I'm at 152, but that's just from most of the campaigns and then, you know, research. I haven't been doing research in any else. I only have the one remix character. 9 alts have the new set. Yeah, we definitely... I have that many in 80s. And I doubt they need to be 80, but I have them at 80 regardless. There you go. Another research done. Two sets missing from Headless Horseman. There were also 2 sets missing from the Garden Gnome sets. Green Yellow? Is this becoming a trend? They like doing some on Trading Post and some on Holiday. They've been doing that. They did the same thing for Brewfest. Brewfest had some recolors available of previous Trading Post sets. Ooh, nice. I needed that. Those boots. Oh, I had 679s on that I never put on. Oopsie daisy. I appreciate that you get your item level upgrades are still just as good in normal as they are in like heroic or mythic. It does kind of incentivize running all 3, but especially when the raids are this short and they go this fast, it's not a big deal. It lets you get quite a bit done in a day if you're willing to just sit here and run the raids 3 times each. I guess you could do 4 if you wanted to do LFR, but I have not been doing that. Although I'm almost at the level where it would be fun to do LFR because I could basically solo it and look all cool on the meters. I haven't been able to make the board yet. Still haven't had it in me to do 3 raids a day. I've started to feel better about it because I was like, well, I'm already here, you know? Like, both raids have a teleport to basically back to the entrance, not too far from the end of the raid. This one especially. So by the time you get to it, it's like, well, it's, you know, I can spend another 5 minutes and do it another time and another difficulty and basically get almost all of that reward all over again. I'm at 710 getting second on the meters. Knowing my luck, I'm going to get to 740 and I'm still going to be like 4th place because somebody will be 740 with more limits unbound than me and better trades and maybe just a class that's more optimized. GG. Thank you very much. All right. We are out of here. Well, let's Nostwin's voucher back. Turn in all our research. Get all our gear upgrades on. And then I will take my break probably before we log over to retail to go check out Hallow's End for the new set. And there's a new mount or something. Okay, let's see. So you turn one in and see if we get an upgrade. We did. And now I need to pick up a new one, but I don't really like these ones. Actually, that's not true. I'll take the demons one. That's easy. And now I want a new... Now I'll turn one in. See if we can... Yeah, we can pick up more. Sure. Might get to smell afar today. Okay. So this gave me chest piece, 685. This gave me trinket, 685. We can replace our old trinket sitting there. Find it tedious, need to change the gameplay. 640 did a dungeon with a bunch of 700s, and I did more damage because they're all just instantly hitting their fell spikes. I have a bad habit of doing that too. Let's see, that's a neck. I only need to keep the highest item level neck, which is 682, so we can get rid of these two. Because I'm wearing a 675 Touch of Malice. And my 682 is Volatile Magics. We'll keep that handy. We might end up putting it on later. But the other necks we can get rid of. And then for trinkets, we like what we have. We already have a 669 lure. But we don't need to keep the second one because we have two 685 trinkets to hold on to. For rings, 75. Over that one. Just to not be keeping around too many things that we don't need. I have 58k bronze. I've just been buying stuff kind of randomly. I'm assuming that when it gets to filling in the gaps time, I can just use Legion Remix Helper to help me find things that I haven't bought yet. In the meantime, I'm just kind of shopping. Let's see, we bought some of these. I can, yeah, sure, that looks nice. Gimme. I like doing the raid ones because they give you a bunch of sets worth of appearances. So it's a huge, huge scroll of appearances when you click it. It's nice. Found the cloak vendor behind the raid apparel tent randomly yesterday. Yeah, there's a couple of NPCs back there. You've got Lost and Found, and then you've got Freddy Threads. I don't know why they hid them. It's a bit strange. Okay, I am going to take a very short break. I will be right back, and then we can take a look at Hallow's End. I will be right back. Okie dokie. I hide the Lost and Found guy because he's lost and you need to find him. Oh, man. I don't really want to get off Remix. I'm too into... I'm just enjoying... I don't know, getting all his gear. But we will minimize his tab for now. I really thought I was going to have a bunch of characters to fill these out, but I guess I'm just waiting for the right time. That is quite the fit. Alright, turn that off. Hallow's End time. Let's switch realms. Pull it up. Should be live now. Hallow's End begins this weekend. New Harvest Golem transmog. Defeat the Headless Horseman. Grab some ghastly goodies, you betcha. Looks like a begonia in leather armor. It made more sense with the rest of the outfit that I had saved for him, but... Okay, it's a little chilly. We might have to start a fire after raid. It's like 16 around here, which is... Once we get below 18, I think nobody's having fun anymore. Hi! Hi, baby girl. Is your fur coat keeping you warm? I'm trying to grow fur coat, but it's not working. Need to pot my begonia cuttings. Nice. I was potting up some of my houseplants yesterday. I know it's not like an optimal season for it, but they needed doing. And I don't think I've ever killed a houseplant by potting it up at the wrong time of year, so I figured I would just send it. What am I doing in Hallowfall? I couldn't even tell you. I think I was spending resonance crystals. I think I got it in my head that I wanted to visit the old expansion. Oh, also I probably should have been doing my my ecodome bar filling weekly. Yeah, I wanted to like go visit all of these guys and buy, like, I never bought the toys before, so I came through to get the, I don't even think they show them now that I have it, but there were toys in each of the old rep vendors that I never got because they were so expensive. Oh, it feels weird to be on retail. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, let's go to Stormwind, I suppose. That seems like a good place to start. First time for anything. Mm-hmm. Aren't you a ray of sunshine? Hi. She's a baby girl. She's so cute. Okay. Nope, we don't want that. We want that one. What even? I'm very out of touch with retail. I haven't done any weeklies yet this week. I was gonna log on and do them off stream, but then I logged on and I played Remix off stream. I suppose nothing's happening right now that I can't also do later. We can farm Ecodome pets anytime we want. Anybody gonna give me a Hallow's End intro over here? There's pumpkins up, that's good news. Excuse me, friendly holiday-going villagers. Oh, you'll just keep me up, that's kind of cute. I know you can do it from your dungeon thing too. I suppose I can just go to Goldshire, I know where I'm going, but isn't there normally like a breadcrumb? I don't know. Where's all the civilians? Hello. What do you want? What do I want? There's a question. Alright, pet vendor. No new pets. Candy and toy vendor. Couple of new mogs. Or at least new to me. Maybe I missed out on stuff from last year. There is a shield, there's a sword, and there's a bigger sword. See, this is why well, these ones are more neon, a little bit more Monster Energy coated, but these are why I didn't buy those weapons on these. So we'll need 300 treats for those. Are there any other vendors here? Masks. Not worried about that. Sorry, Spanky. What a name. Okay. You just wanted candy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have it in me to do the dailies. It looks like that's it. I'm guessing sets and maybe a mount from Headless Horseman daily box. Hasn't necessarily been updated yet here. And then 300 treats for the new weapon mogs. Sounds good. Yeah, let's get into a healer key for this. Whoa, instant. They might want me to be holy. 300 treats for the new stuff, looks like, if you were caught up last year. Unless I'm missing a vendor somewhere. I know what I want is another pumpkin spice brioche. No new mount? I thought there was. I thought it was a recolor, the one they gave us in the trading post. Or maybe that was last year. I forget. Let's see. I remember there was this whole thing about, like, increasing difficulty with the Wickers. And I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out if it was, like, actually improving my drop rate of anything. The amount drops from the dungeon. There is a mount, there's no mount. It's supposed to increase drops. I feel like last year I tried it and I couldn't, it didn't seem like it was doing anything. Yeah, Dialogue UI is the add-on that's skinning my quest text. Same as Brewfest, yeah. Oh, we lost somebody. You would assume the mount might be once per day per account. I know that the Mog people are saying is per day per character, so you can use ults and get all of it. Especially because it's guaranteed plus no duplicate drops. Didn't they do a blue post or something we can look at? Hang on. Let me see if I can dig that up. View original. Let's look at the article, huh? And also my box had a breastplate. The horseman's ghoulish breastplate. Wow. Okay. Alright. Holland Ghoulish Delights during Hallow's End. October 18th to November 1st. Brave the Headless Horseman daily for a chance to receive the new mount, Headless Horseman's Ghoulish Charger. And guaranteed to gain ghastly pieces to add to your spooktacular collection. Characters 10 to 80, and one of these pieces is guaranteed to drop each day, no duplicates. New on the Hallow's End vendor, it says patched Harvest Golem Transmog pieces that previously dropped from the Headless Horseman encounter. Okay, so this is a set that I already have it because I farmed it out last year, but is now available on the vendor instead if you want. And then we have the 3 new weapons, 100 treats each, and then returning from previous years. All right, I got it. Treats. They are soulbound. They are not warbound like the Brewfest tokens were. Good to know. Did they really write Hollow's End A+ proofreading? Typos get into everything these days. Holiday Dungeon is crazy hard compared to Brewfest where you would just fall over. Okay, so we're doing horsemen on a bunch of characters, ideally characters that can queue as tanks or healers, because we need like 9 of them, right? To get our armor set. It didn't say that the mount was like once per day per account. It does say face it daily for a chance to receive the mount. So I'm assuming that my subsequent kills per day are not going to have chances at it, kind of like the Brewfest bomber. Yeah, maybe they'll change it to be warband like they did with Brewfest. That would be nice, because then you could at least gather together the, you could at least gather up the, wow, I only have this one thing. Yeah. Holy Paladin. I know how to play this. I have a two-handed... Oh, look, it's got intellect on it now. Great. That's good news. I'm not turning on any Wicker, man. I don't believe in the Wicker. Can you give me some starter talents, please? Okay. Wow, look at all these delicious yellow buttons. What do you think they do? I don't know. That one's flash a light. I found my flash shield. I don't need anything else, right? I'm just gonna press anything and see what happens. Also, it'll be over pretty quickly, I'm sure. Aha! Success. Turn them all on. I'm not convinced that I need to. You know, if I'm doing this with ostensibly no chance at the mount and a guaranteed chance at the Mog, why would I make it harder? I don't get that. There's our helmet. Kills feel quicker this year than last. Didn't have like 3 phases. Alright, those are pure DPS, so their queues will be longer. Mollywobble can queue with something. There are 2 helmets. I think there's only one that's new, though. I have everything from previous years already. Is this character? Windwalker? Mistweaver? Sure. Higher chance for Rain's first kill of account per day plus Arthas. Ghoulish Charger, Drake Armor. Can only drop on first kill of the day, increasing per day. Yeah, that's what seems... That seems logical. So I don't think there's any reason for me to mess with the Wicker. Older mounts, I think. Older mounts, I don't know. I'm kind of spoiled because I have them already, so I don't need to worry about it, I suppose. It wouldn't surprise me if they kind of love rocketed it and gave them the better chance first kill per day thing. But yeah, we can do this 9 times and then we'll have the set. And then going forward, all we need to do is log on, do this once. Oh no, I'm gonna need 300 treats too, won't I? Might do that off stream. That's not right. Here we go. I know half a thing about Mistweaver. I know more about Mistweaver than I know about Holy Paladin. You think as a healer I would have a better idea what the other healers are doing, but not really. Not so much. So that got us the mantle. I don't even know why I'm here. Oh, Brewfest. She was here for Brewfest. That's right. Should I stick her back in Dalaran just so she's not in this empty field in the snow? One, two, three. I should have 9 characters that can do this. As long as they're 10 plus, it'll be fine. I just want people that can heal or tank queue because I don't want to sit in a DPS queue. They might be fast, but they're not as fast as healer queues. Especially like right now when the event first came up, I feel like these are just going to slam. So, Headless Horseman. Thank you. I don't even know if I need to be resto. Probably not. One person managed to die that first time, but they didn't live a whole long while to give me a chance to heal them anyways. Crabby. Did we get any map for this last year, or was it just the Golem set? It might have been just the Golem set. I feel like last Hallow's End was so recently. The year went so fast. Because I remember farming for that Golem set. This one has... What did I get? Oh, I did get a helmet. There we go. Ghoulish helm. I doubt they would. Well, maybe they would. I don't know. If they're giving them... If this is not account locked, I'm not too mad to use Elts to get this all in one day. It's funny, because I'm going to be doing the thing daily on my priest anyways to try for the new mount. So I would have gotten the set over time eventually, even if it had been account locked, but maybe I'll get the whole set and then I'll put somebody in it. Figure out which one of my characters wants to dress up as Headless Horseman for the time being. We're gonna have a bunch of, oh gosh, I love Boys Transmog. The Brewfest, this scarf thing is so good. That is so nice. The little pin shoulder scarf. It's technically 2, but I have one of them hidden. With the little tassels on it, like that just looks cozy. Plus he's got his garlic, yeah. But he's not doing this because he cannot tank you. The garlic. I know, right? We're gonna get more food-themed weapons on Trading Post, I think, this winter sometime, and I'm looking forward to it. Let me adopt him. He's just the boy. Headless Horseman. Mushroom staff coming at midnight. I don't think I've seen it. I haven't been keeping up to date with like the data mined appearances or anything. I use those shoulder things with the color matching scarf and it makes it look like one huge Scottish scarf. Ooh, that's a good idea. Oh, I want to do that. I don't know if I have the color matching scarf though, unless they gave it to me during Brewfest. Because I would. That was the part that was missing, was the part that would wrap it around the rest of his neck. I don't think I have, I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of tanking. Common agreed upon method of leveling ults and remix the quickest? I would imagine it's mainly getting your experience bonus as high as you can, and then what you do at that point is kind of up to you. Questing. Random daily dungeon, I've heard, gives bonus XP. I saw something on Wowhead about that. I'm looking for heirlooms so I can give this character a one-hander plus a shield, just so she can at least use her tank abilities here. Wow, the healer queues are faster. Wondering about a leveling route. People are saying that with 400% XP it takes about an hour, so I wonder if at that point it's not. You're kind of splitting hairs trying to find the fastest thing. You can just pick the closest quest and have at it. Don't even know how to get close to 400 at 160. Yeah. I think the people that are at 400 have been leveling alts, because you get 10% per alt. You get a bunch from doing the campaign achievements, and you get 1% for every infinite research you do. But I think to get 400 by now, you would need to have had alts that you are A, leveling, and B, also doing infinite research on, since it kind of stacks up account-wide, but each alt can do their own pool of research. I think on just one character, you won't have enough research available to get it that high yet. Because I'm kind of in the same boat. Hello, Hazel in chat. Hello. 10% per alt to 80, yeah. 2 hours, 10 to 80 with 400% XP bonus. I'm not going to know when I've done all of the set. I'm going to have to find it in the journal or something. Wow, a bunch of you are pure DPS. When did I get all these hunters? You guys aren't doing me any good. That's okay. My 70 druids can help me. Do I not have any 80 druids? I must have 80 druids. Where are they? Oh, this one got stuck in shopping alts too. I was like, what happened to my night elf? I don't even know what I'd do with so many max level alts. I would just kind of use them to get what you want to get done in Remix, whether that be Deathless Trial of Valor or leveling them for a cheap Felscorn mount or what have you, and then just delete them, honestly, if you don't need extras for stuff like this. Yeah, healer queues seem fastest right now for NA. Park your hunters in key zones loaded with expensive expansions and give them gathering professions. It's just not going to do me a lot of good unless I log into them and use them, you know? Tend to randomly make alts during slow times, so I'd have to clear house to make time walking alts. Every time they extend the limit, I fill it quickly. Make an Arcanite factory for housing out items. My amount of demon hunters also developed during this time, and now they can do a whole raid on their own. Yeah, at a certain point, I feel like I just don't really need any more. I often feel the urge to have less alts and like a more focused amount of characters that I'm not worried. Although, you can always just stick them into folders and then never open them and clearly forget that they exist. They came in handy for Collector's Bounty. I was glad I had a lot of alts ready for Collector's Bounty. That was nice. Horseman's Ghoulish Greaves. If I look at my sets... Might be in a different add-on. New cosmetics. There is a new armor set, there is a new mount, and there are 3 new transmog weapons. They've also added the set that was dropping from the boss last year to the vendor. So if you didn't get the old patched harvest golem set, you can buy it for tokens now. Krabby did it. I was gonna do it on this druid. Yeah. Lots of different servers, nice for finding rares. That was what I was thinking when I decided to stick Crawdad on a random server that I didn't have any characters on. Is I used to not like doing that because I would kind of lose them on different servers, given that you'd have to change servers in the drop-down menu. I would kind of lose track of them before. But now that they're all on the same screen, it's not a big deal to jump between servers. It takes a second, but it's not a big deal. And for checking for rares up, especially if I'm trying to like farm my shards and stuff. My crackling shards just via rares. Did you do any of the Legion Remix content yet? I was working on it a bit this morning. My Legion Remix Hunter is in the 680 item level range. I have been gearing him up. Might do a little bit more later today because I think I'm going to finish available Hallow's End stuff short of trick-or-treating pretty quickly. I think I'd rather play Remix than just go tricky-treating on stream. I'm going to do this with 2 buttons. Maybe a 3rd button. Let's get regrowth. Need something spammable. It's over. Okay. Thanks for the combo. Wish they had the option to hide characters. I mean, you can put them into like a warband grouping and then minimize it. But it's funny to me that you can't reorder your warband groupings. Like your campsites. It's a bit of a strange thing. We got the cloak. Yeah, I've kind of lost count of how many things I've done, so I think I'm just going to keep going until I don't get anything. If I do an ult and then their box doesn't have any horseman's items, I guess I'll assume that I've completed the collection. Or if my UI tells me that I've finished the set. But I don't think any of my add-ons are updated to include the new stuff yet, so. Mollywobble is an excellent name. I was feeling the partial alliteration. She is Ma Walker Mollywobble, the Mechano Mistweaver Monk. I was trying to get as many MWs into her name as I could. Imagine they'll add the function of reorganizing warband groupings. It was weird that they didn't have it already. Like, I tried to drag them around because I just assumed naturally that they would have let us do that by now, but I guess not. It didn't work. No luck. What do you get from Tricky Treating? Tricky Treats. You get the currency that you can use to buy stuff on the vendor. There's 3 new weapons at the vendor for 100 treats each, so I'm going to need 300 treats to catch up on that. Does he have his weapon on? No, he took it off because it was warming up his bones. Cold fingers. Talking about IRL trick-or-treating. Nah. There is only World of Warcraft. And WoW, dude. Nah, you're good. The holiday just started like 30 minutes ago. It's on North American servers. It is very fresh here. I don't know where I'm going. I'm lost. Some players have such high item level on a remix. Did it turn this every day? 615. Every day my item level gets 2 to 4 higher. You get gear more quickly from doing raids. I've started getting 10 to 15 item levels a day since beginning to run the raids on as many difficulties as I can. So you can do Emerald Nightmare and Trial of Valor, and in a given day you can do them on LFR, Normal, Heroic, and Mythic. You'll get gear drops directly, and you'll also get a lot of motes that you can combine for more gear from doing that. Okay. Plus, you'll get infinite power in pretty high amounts as well. So there's the boots. We got it before you guys. That's a first. Yeah, first pumpkin of the day for the mount, I believe, based on history. But first pumpkin per day per character for this Horseman's Ghoulish set. So if you have a bunch of alts, you can just get it in the one day. You have a lot of Scourge Stones. Yeah, this guy's holding on to them. They're the baby ones, though. They're not going to do me a lot of good. Mm. It's nice to have an excuse to dip deeper into my alts. If I only have a few more to do. Alright, let's count. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I think I only need to do one more. So let's pull up one of our old priests for nostalgia. Maybe this one. This is my BFA main. Or, not, pardon me, my Shadowlands main. I had an era where I wanted to be a human priest instead of a gnome priest just so I could see my robes more clearly. Like, you know, get the full length of the transmog. It only lasted an expansion, then I wanted to be a gnome again. I know better now. You know better. Heard what you did there. Remember your Void Elf era? It feels like ages ago. That, for some reason, is one of my most popular stream VODs. And I was so convinced that I was going to be a Void Elf main. And then it didn't even make it into the expansion. I leveled it during the pre-patch. And I'm pretty sure right before the expansion after the launch, I chickened out and I went back to being a gnome. I couldn't do it. I realized it wasn't me. But, like, the dream was so big for just a hot second. My Drakthir era had a little bit more staying power. I actually was a Preservation Evoker for 2 seasons. But couldn't do that either. Yeah, dreams are fun for a little while. Today I looted the Coin of Many Faces toy and I love it. It means I don't have to ever be a gnome underneath it all. Or ever not be a gnome. I don't have to ever not be a gnome. I like doing, and my whole raid likes doing it. We throw down atomic recalibrators during raids, so you just run over it until you get like a cool race that you want to run around. Lost track what I was saying too. That's okay. I love transformation toys. I use them in raid all the time. What is the add-on for the quest? What is the add-on for the quest? Is it Dialogue UI? Maybe? Best Remix Helper add-on. I've been using one called Legion Remix Helper, and I've been pretty happy with it. Makes scrapping easier, gives me an extra collection tab to track the things that you can get during Remix, and I don't know, I'm having it like open my boxes for me, that's nice. What new stuff did they add? Three new weapons, 1 new transmog set, 1 new mount this year. That should be my final piece of the set. Yes, you've completed the set, Horseman's Ghoulish Collection Green. So this is the new set. I just finished this. If you have alts, you can get this in 1 day. You get a guaranteed piece from your first Horseman queue each day. And you can use alts to get it all in 1 day if you like. So I did 9 characters. I got 9 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe that's an extra helmet or something. I'm gonna queue one more time just for fun, just to make sure that it's not gonna drop me anything else. I'm pretty sure it won't, but may as well. And then there's 3 new things on the Tricky Treat vendor, 3 new weapons, and supposedly a mount. Should we take a look at the mount? Hallow. Why isn't it showing? Wouldn't it be in the uncollected mount section? What did they call it? They called it the Headless Horseman's Ghoulish Charger. Alright, well I don't see it in my mount collection, but whatever. It's fine. Yeah, maybe they hid it. It's weird though, right? Usually the holiday ones are just there. Increase first drop of the day. People rush to start before the rest of the group is even loaded. You get, it seems like you get better odds first kill of the day. I don't know, if there's any benefit to doing more than 1 kill per day, aside from getting the transmog set. I don't know if it gives you any extra chances at the mount. The new mount anyways. I don't think it does. But I appreciate that it's nice and fast. This is the news article that they put out that talks about the new stuff. It either drops or it doesn't. Uh-huh. Yeah, 50-50. I appreciate that it's not as long of a fight. I don't need holiday fights to be super engaged or involved. And I thought in Shadowspec I'd be able to really like help people with flash heal, and not wildly. The one time I don't switch specs. Well, I'm also out of mana, and at that point it's going to be a somebody else's problem here. We'll just do Vampiric Embrace. There we go. This shouldn't give me anything if I've counted correctly. No, I just got a mask and 4 tricky treats. Okay, so I am done with the set. I thought so, but it's good to just check. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with the affix thing is. I don't know if they affect the new mount chance. My instinct was telling me not, you know? If it's working with the new... I don't know. I didn't bother. I didn't bother turning on any of the pumpkins on my thing. I didn't get the mount either, but I figure I'm just going to try once a day. And I'll either get it or I won't. But I never felt like it was giving me stuff more often back when they first added it and I was doing it on all the difficulty. It didn't seem like it was worth it, so they've lost me with that one. And I think, unless I want to go flying around trick-or-treating, I am done with Hallow's End for the day. 39 minutes. Feels the same with non-Resto Shaman specs. Got hands? Nice. Possible to do Mythic as a Nubian remix with power scaling. I can get carried. Yeah, if you get into a group where people are blasting through it, then yeah, you don't need to be any particular item level. It's not going to catch you up super fast, though. Like, you're not going to get their item levels drops worth of gear. It's still going to be like those 3 item level increments. Okay, should I put one of my characters into the Headless Horseman stuff? I feel like Anthus would look nice in it. He can probably take off his, like, gray sweatpants look. Hi, little C22. It's going pretty good. Getting cozy, checking out New Hallow's End. Although I think we've pretty much checked it out. I think we've seen what we need to see. This is... It's like, why is he a dwarf? It's because of the recalibrator. Let's pop him into Horseman's Ghoulish Helm, Horseman's Ghoulish Cowl. Depending on if you want like the scarfy thing. Gotcha. Okay. So we can do this, but then maybe give him the scarfy thing version because that looks nicer. Horseman. And sword-wise, there is one that matches. I don't have it yet, so I'm just going to give him something else for the moment. I'll give him the matching sword once I buy it. It's 100 tricky treats. There you go. That is, generally speaking, the new set. The cloak's kind of cool. A little bit of a tattered cloak situation. I did get the Ashara dress. Oh, I should put one of my characters into it. I think it would look nice on my... Do I want to wear it on my main? My main's been wearing this cute little summer outfit with like the sunflower staff and the butterfly shoulders. I kind of can't peel her out of that. One of my lady alts. Maybe a human or a night elf. Probably not a hunter. Maybe a caster. My priest. She's been in this. The poor girl's wearing a bikini in October. Looks great on female Draenei. Looks like the shoulders and helm belong to a different set. Holy moly, she had a lot of sets. What all did I have on her? That was the dream of being a clothy priest, is that there was lots of nice things to wear. Why on earth would I wear that? Ooh, don't like that at all. You get out of here. That feels like that's not saved correctly, so we're gonna kill that. She has a blue flannel shirt on, just like me. Mountain woman. That's what the blue flannel shirt was for. Here's a fairy set. Yeah. That's okay. I do remember those wings being a whole thing. I'm not wearing dark aspirant. Murloc Mom? It's been so long since I made these sets, I kind of forgot what they were about. I don't have the heart to get rid of it. Mage Tower doesn't really need to be saved. Zareth Mortisgear. This is pretty... I guess I made all these during Shadowlands. I wore this for a hot minute. I wanted something with the bone wings. Shadowlands had great mogs. That's why I feel like Shadowlands Remix would hit, is because the cosmetics would be so good. That one's kind of boring. Blazer is the honey weapon, although for some reason it's not even... Oh, it's because she's wearing a staff. This only works. This outfit only works if she has a mace that can actually be the Glazer. Otherwise, she's just wearing brown leather. And then human heritage. Yeah, kind of boring. Alright, new outfit. Ashara robes. I kind of forget what they're called, not gonna lie. Are they actually called Ashara robes? No. Vestments of something? We have a lot of vestments. Oh yeah! Kaldorei Queen's Royal Vestments, that's it. Okay, so there we go. The belt is a little chunky. Is it just me, or does she look like she's kind of swimming in this? Maybe it doesn't look so nice in a human. That's a bit weird, right? Gosh, it looks like a cheap Disney costume on her. It honestly looked nicer on Crawdad. It's just so chunky. It's so chunky. Without the belt, the skirt doesn't work. Yeah, because the skirt's the best part with, like, the one open leg with the band on it, but, like, it looks like she's put a comforter around her waist. Yeah, that's gotta fit someone else better. Let's try a Night Elf. If you remove... The bottom's the best part! Let's go get... my Night Elf Druid, and let's put her back where she belongs. I vote Barnacles. Bottoms look so good in my Male Zandalari Paladin. My Male Zandalari Troll looks awesome in them too. I was so excited about it. I didn't think they were going to be that awkwardly shaped on a female human. She's usually gorgeous and stuff. Okay, Kaldorei Queen. I mean, it still has the same problem where her waist is here and then her belt is way out there. Maybe on a Draenei it'll look better. I'm still gonna wear it, because she's still working it. Maybe with different... I think it needs shoulders to balance out how huge the cups are on her. Like, I get they're not trying to make it too sexy, but, like, I don't know. Just do it. No one's suing you because of a little cleavage, you know what I mean? Here. I promise it's not unfeminist. We're going to put on... Oh, that's weird. Are they supposed to do that? Can only ever be one Nishara. Kind of the same for everyone. Yeah. I want to give them some shoulders. I feel like they looked okay with the ones I had on at first. Something kind of light and flowy. And wide. Not like that. Not like that. Definitely not like that. It doesn't match. If it was blue, it would be great. That's, I'm pretty sure, Night Elf Heritage. Kaldori Protector. And I'll put the butterfly shoulders back on. Pearlescent Monarch. And then I feel like the staff needs to be something maybe a little bit more orby. A little bit more like a pearl on a gnarled wooden stick situation. These are too intricate, and they're also not quite polished enough. That's a little better. It looks a little bit better when she's moving in it. As long as you don't zoom in too much. Let's try a Draenei. I must have a female Draenei somewhere. Still looks strange, yeah. Yeah, it's... I mean, I can also try my priest. Who's a female Draenei? Gorla is. You'd think I would have a regular female Draenei. It's a little bit weird that I don't. Who's my regular Draenei anyway? Don't I have one regular Draenei? I tend to make the same things. I don't know, this is a pretty good selection of stuff. Barnacles would kill it, we all know that. That's cheating. I feel like it would kind of clash with Gorla's Eridar skin. But you can't lose that. No, I guess I don't have very many Draenei. Okay. Yeah. Here's Gorla. Because my thinking is that her interior pelvic tilt situation may disguise the degree to which the belt is kind of chunky. Oh no, it does not! Okay. I mean, here, let's pop it on. Nope, it looks chunky on everybody. Oh, you're right, I do have a female Draenei Hunter. It's Aerith, that's right. She's just gonna wear it like this, though. Why do they do this? Weird. Oh well. What about it? Yeah, I'll go put it on my main. Characters are fashionable even if summer is silly. Yeah, it gets a tail hole. That's nice. Yeah, the Lightforged Draenei Hunter I don't think made it. The regular Draenei Hunter's in. Her name is Aerith. It's just, yeah, it would be perfect if this was a little bit less, like, thick and molded out of plastic, and if this was a little bit less enormously chunky. It looks like Happy Meal plastic clip-ons that you would put on a doll and not clothes that someone would actually wear. You know? Chunky belts belong to the same conspiracy as hip pads and point shoes they're putting on every new set. Yeah. I don't mind a little three-dimensional design, but it doesn't look like something anybody would wear. Gotta find something I'm gonna get rid of here. I've got too many sets. Fascinating. Okay. So... Inksy is kind of an interesting case with this. Let's pick a staff that goes nicely. Maybe out of like something really simple and scaled back. I don't think those shoulders... I mean, the gold actually kind of matches, but they're so chunky. Those are the shoulders I put on the Night Elf, but I think on these proportions they're not really cutting it. White, gold, and blue is what's in them. You have a lot of priest options. Oh, Carrie out, thank you for the 2-month resub. Appreciate it. This is really cutting into my Legion remix time, but you know, if we're never gonna use any of the Mog, then what's the point of spending all this time farming it? You gotta figure out what it's gonna work on. That would be perfect if it was in gold and not silver. That's just the right size, I think. Ooh, that's not bad. It's not an exact color match. That's a little bit too gray. But it's not bad. I don't hate it. I don't really want them to be super vertical. I don't want them to take over the whole thing. But if they're too dinky, she could kind of get away with them being a little dinky, actually. She's small enough. That's kind of nice. It's kind of like with the winged eyeliner, but of shoulder armor. Alright. I'm not gonna stick with the staff. We're gonna replace that with... I'm kind of thinking the Black Fathom Deep staff. You know what I mean? With the pearl in it? I used to get it as a drop all the time. Not this, although cute. It's like the Sleepwalker rod. Yeah, yeah, I love this thing. And then... wow, there's some crazy weapon enchants that we have now. Fell Shatter goes hard! Oh boy. Some of these are really aggressive. Maybe none. I'll do that just for now. So the thing that I was noticing on the gnome with the way this set of armor fits is that there's a little like shorts piece, right? That goes underneath the skirt for modesty. And on my night elf, it was cut pretty much straight across the leg. It was above the leg band, but it was cut pretty much straight across. And on the gnome, she's compressed down so much that I guess in order to give her a little bit of thigh above her thigh band on the outside, they hiked it up on the outside. But because of this slant and the coloration, it's vaguely giving diaper. Which is not particularly what I'm going for. I feel like it's... And the skirt's kind of the most striking part of the set, so you hate to unmog the skirt. But you almost want to because of that. And it's the whole leg piece, so you can't like put other leggings underneath it or anything. You almost want to just find like an actual skirt. If you unmog the skirt, she keeps the shorts. Oh, weird. Honestly, without the skirt, it's almost better. It becomes kind of like a pop star onesie. Black mage weave leggings. I mean, thigh highs on gnomes have always looked a bit awkward. Because there's not a lot of real estate to work with. Somebody's got to be doing this, right? I've heard that mage weave is getting upscale. That's interesting, actually. Does it come with the belt? No. Which piece is attached to that? It's got to be the chest piece, right? The chest piece contains the shorts. So what happens then? All right, we're thinking. What happens then if we do the sarong? No, it still has the diaper. Okay, it comes with it on its own, even independently of the chest piece. I was wondering if it would maybe look more flattering without it, but no, never mind. So the chest piece is a onesie that is duplicated in the skirt. Which then gives rise to some kind of strange looks. I almost like it better without the skirt. She looks like she's ready to go on tour. I feel like I want like a more covering skirt for her, but I must have something that looks nice that'll go. I'm pretty sure I do. Diapers on top of your pants. I mean, that's kind of interesting because it lets you mix and match, like with cinder cloth and elegant leggings that normally have their own like cloth thong situation, which is kind of awkward. Case in point, this. I don't know if she wants that much booty out there. Maybe on a night elf. Not to shame the gnome booty. I'm a gnome main, but I feel like her cheeks get cold. So, but instead, you know, you put this on, and now she gets that, but then you could, if you want, have the thigh highs switch out. Huh. Anyways, that's not what I was looking for. Oh, pardon me. Good time for one of those war skirts, right? In the right color, anyways. I was thinking like something like this, but if the purple was in blue, might look nice. Also, not this belt. This belt was just an example. That belt sucks. Let's take the belt off completely. And let's look for maybe a different white skirt. If we have one. Because I like her in a floor-length skirt. I feel like it helps give her the right... It helps her. She likes it. She feels powerful. We don't have a lot of standalone skirts, do we? I know you get some like skirt legging combos as you get into the newer stuff. I've never looked at this very closely before. What on earth is that about? It's like she's never put on a belt before. Vaguely cute. Doesn't really match, though. Sorry, this is very important gameplay. Yeah, so the war skirts will just layer on top of the whole thing. They're not short enough to show the underwear underneath regardless on this character. I never did get them in very many colors. Here's the kilts. So I wouldn't have, I don't think, a white one that would go with it. And then I'm out of options. Alright, well. We'll pop it on. Maybe I'll get used to it. Did you hear we're getting a Bubbles pet, even though we're not getting a mount? But we already have landfish, or what do you call them, mud skipper pets, right? I don't remember what they're called. Did we not have them as pets? I know you can have them as hunter pets. I didn't hear. I guess that's exciting. Well. It looks like all tucked in on that side. Oh well. Back to remix. My core is really warm. My hands are really cold, so I'm trying to like warm my hands up on myself. Because I know this part will warm up again because I've got lots of clothes on. But it's really cold. Oh, it's not called Bubbles, but according to Wowhead, it looks like it. I don't know. Give me a Bubbles mount or bust. I'm still salty about the expansion end mount. Tormented Guardians. Let's get in queue for that. And I was gonna do maybe Heroic and Normal Emerald Nightmare as well. I didn't get through those. We did the Trial of Valor. And then I've got more knowledge that I can get if I work on my Legion Slayer, as well as just world quests in general. So let's head out to Velshira. My hands are cold. My neck can warm them up pretty fast. Yeah, it does work, but then my neck gets cold. I don't like it. I don't like it. Gives me goosebumps. Brr. This is why I normally have tea. Like, it's for drinking, sure, but also for holding on to. And I can't warm them up on my cat because she's trying her best to stay warm all by herself. She doesn't need me cooling her down. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Thok. How you doing? Happy Saturday. That's the day today. Happy Saturday. Good, 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 good. Me too. We're into the cozy, warm, well, not warm, cozy, cold fall weather now. It is gloomy. It is damp. My dog ran around in the yard outside this morning and then came inside, and I gave him a hug without thinking, and he was like wet. Not because it was raining, but just because I guess he ran through like a bunch of bushes that were covered in rain, and my boy was damp. Oh, man. It's not so much that it gets you wet, but like a nice combination of wet and then also covered in dog hair because he sheds pretty much 24/7, but it seems like he sheds more when he's damp. But he was so happy. It's hard not to give him a huge hug. He's so good at them. I don't think I'm going to get him into that Raid Finder wing. I think I'm just going to double check my lockouts to make sure I didn't like hallucinate doing... No, I still have Heroic and Normal. And then I'm going to look for a Emerald Nightmare Heroic. That's what I'm going to do. What am I? I am 670, 680? I could probably get into that. Nice. This should be extremely fast. Oh, walking it. I'd trade places. I live in the desert. I just need you to pump a little bit of that heat up here. 76 here today. It is not as cold as it has been, but it is 16 Celsius indoors today. I'm probably going to get a fire going in the wood stove after stream. Which is 60 degrees Fahrenheit, but like inside. It's a little colder than that outside. But we only have another week or so to wait until I get my furnace installed, so. Or my heat pump or whatever. Don't worry, I'm paying the experts to know what they're doing. They're gonna show me right where the on and the off button is. Alright. Welcome to Heroic Emerald Nightmare. Oh boy, that boss died. Oh hey, Glovies. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep... Doing the raids just seems like such a good way to juice your gear. That now that I'm at this point where I'm able to get into these more geared raid groups and I'm kind of cruising through the raids much faster, it feels like really good value to be doing them every day. I'm sure it was good value to do them from the get-go, and I would have gotten here faster if I had been doing as much of the raids as I could from the earliest possible time, but what are you gonna do? Boss melted in seconds. See the meters. Somebody is 732 and did on Nithendra. Oh, hang on. On Nithendra, 30 mil, 28 mil, 27 mil, 26 mil. I'm way down at like 3 mil, I'm sure. At most. There I am. 2.29 mil. I'm second from the bottom. I don't even know if I got my cooldowns popped. Getting big carried. Yeah, I do mythic raids as well now. I started them yesterday was the first round of them I did, but they go really smoothly as well. They're basically exactly the same as this. I'm not sure what you get when you transfer to live gold in gear-wise. I haven't done it. People must, though, because it's doable. Somebody in chat might know what they give you. I think you keep your gold that you... People were telling me anyways. I was promised that you keep the gold that you've earned. And then they stick you into some kind of gear. Hunter finally got the Deathless TOV achievement, so now I'm done with that. Nice. 655 gear, so. Can I mount up? No, we're just gonna auto run. You should. It's much more generous than Pandaria. But yeah, after I get these last 2 raids done, I don't know if I'm gonna worry about LFR, maybe. But I want to do world quests in heroic mode. There's like 2 achievements that I want to work on out there. One for just doing world quests. I guess 3 achievements. One for doing world quests in heroic world tier. Holy moly, Ursak died. No wonder I'm not keeping up on the meters. I haven't popped any of my cooldowns. He's dead now. What race should I go for? A holy priest? I just pick whatever speaks to me. I don't know what the BIS racials are. They make pretty minimal differences. What do you guys think? I love Gnome, but that's just because that's who I am on the inside. Tall IRL, short at heart. Go OG, roll dwarf. Something that doesn't drown in a puddle. Hey, what you trying to say, huh? Oh, it's Night Elf went Drac through so I could soar. Alright, I will go Gnome. Well, only go Gnome if you like them. Being a Gnome is a little bit of a labor of love. There are downsides. It is true that you will sometimes swim when walking through puddles, but other people can walk through. It is also true that sometimes if you're raiding and there's like a soak mechanic that's like a one person per soak, maybe you stand in it and maybe people don't see you because you're this tall, and then they're trying to soak on top of you anyways, and people kind of play over you like you're not there because they can't see you. I sometimes use transformation toys to get around that. I love it though. Like the concept of a female dwarf priest, but that's just me. You could also base it on which model you like the look of cloth armor on. I think it looks really nice on humans and Draenei. Yeah, you need to provide the microscopes to the rest of the raid team. For a while, I had Gammon's braid on my hotbar, so I could use it on certain fights that had single soaks. And then I would, Gammon will save us, and just turn into a huge Tauren. So, and that, you know, fixes that problem. Black Morass, I remember my friends drowning. The most recent and egregious example of the gnome swimming thing was when we had Siege of Borealis in our Mythic Plus rotation. Okay, I'm gonna pop my cooldowns this time. I don't know. Oh, I didn't get my Felspike off. Was I on there? Oh, I did better. I did 5.8 mil that time. I was number 18. But in Siege of Borealis, there was a mechanic where there was a fountain. It was on like the big wave boss. There was a fountain, and you would get behind the fountain to line of sight these waves that the boss would summon. Which is all fine and good, except that the fountain had like an inch of water in it. And everybody else could just walk through that at regular walk speed, but the really short races will automatically start to swim at a much slower speed. And when there is a lethal wave coming at your face, you don't have a lot of time. So it's doable, but you have to, on the short races, be careful to walk on the stone edge of the fountain and to not go swimming in the water, otherwise it is possible to get yourself killed. The benefit is that it's hilarious. It's extremely funny. I remember the water, the art wheeled part of the other side. Oh man, I think I was a human for that. I think I missed that one. I mainly hated the art wheeled part of the other side because it was like, what, purple on purple or green on green or blue on blue or something. The swirls were the exact same color as the floor that you were supposed to be dodging them on, and it drove me nuts. Being tall can be bad because of doorways in short people cities. I like being them. It's worth it. I like the escape artist racial. That's nice for reading. Everything with blue and art wheeled. I don't have any up-to-date info on the new Horseman mount. I am operating on the assumption that it works like all of the other new holiday mounts they've added, which is, yes, first try per day, per account. That is my guess. I don't think I have it written out verbatim. They didn't say as much in their article here. But that's what I believe. Yeah. If you want the new transmog set and you have a bunch of characters, you can do it. You can do the Headless Horseman on each of your characters in the first day to like get the whole set, because you're guaranteed a piece of the new transmog set when you do Horseman, and you can use a different character to repeat that. Man, branch boss. Did it on all my alts don't like the set anyway. Yeah, so that's Horseman Reigns, but the new one is the Headless Horseman's Ghoulish Charger. So there's two mounts. There's the old mount, which is the one you're talking about, and then there's the new mount, which is what Do the Tango was asking about. Vaguely confusing because they're both Horseman mounts. It's the new one that I'm assuming is just first chance per day per account. Yeah, I got you. If I'm gonna finish this Legion Slayer achievement today, I should hold on to the rest of my fragmented mementos. Get a little extra. I want the green horsey. Yeah, I'm gonna do my one try per day. I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna log in. It takes like a minute. It doesn't take a long time. The real unknown is whether or not the wicker buffs increase your drop rate for the new mount. I'm guessing it doesn't, but it could. I don't know. It was kind of a confusing thing that they did there. They had like a big idea about revolutionizing the holiday boss format when they added it, and then they kind of like lost steam or commitment. I don't think it really fits with the new holiday farming ethos. I don't know if anybody knows if the wicker buff affects it. If it does, it doesn't seem to work meaningfully well. So the new mount is once per day per account chance. The new set is once per day per alt, and it's guaranteed. So with a bunch of characters, you can get the whole new set on the first day. I did that this morning. Took about half an hour. After this, I'm going to leave this group because they're heading to Trial of Valor. And I'm going to find a normal Emerald Nightmare to do. Wowhead Guide says wicker buffs increase chance. Don't cite their sources. I don't know if we have sources. I think it's a hard thing to track because the Wowhead looter I don't think would know. And the data that we have from Blizzard talking about the wicker buffs is from when they added them. And honestly, it didn't seem to work all that good back then, but I don't know. I should stop talking smack about it when I have no idea. I'm just out here naysaying based on vibes. Alright, so we can leave the group. We're going to do a normal Emerald Nightmare. And then go see if we can find another 13 empowered enemies. It shouldn't be very hard. Just missing the new weapon and shield. The new weapon and shield, there's 2 weapons and a shield. They're on the vendor for tricky trees. There are 100 tricky trees each. That's the other new thing there is to do this year. Right, let's get 2. Oh, pieces here. Thank you very much. Artifact sand. My artifact is up to 692. I'm going to be very excited when I get to 700. That feels like a big milestone. Let's fix up his transmog a little bit. See, he looks great in this. It doesn't seem... I guess that now that I've seen the chunkiness on a female character, I can see it on this guy too, but it doesn't stand out as much because his upper body balances it out. Find a group for a normal Emerald Nightmare. I like it when they say fresh, but they're still in queue, but they've definitely killed bosses already. Hit 100% verse. That was amazing. Nice. Yeah, another 29 world quests to get the infinite knowledge from that. 29's a lot of world quests. Like, we'll get there, but that's a lot. Heroic World Tier. We'll get a bronze cache for doing that. The obelisks. And then I'll do basically everything here except for Withered Army training, I think. Hey folks, hi Rob. How you doing? Happy Saturday. I hope your weekend's going well. Here, maybe I'll make it onto the top of the meters in this group, depending on who showed up. It's just a random normal with no item level threshold, so maybe I'll actually carry. I've kind of stopped using my rep tokens because it feels silly to just use them for Paragon caches that don't really give me very much. It says required Legion remix, though. And they're warbound. And their reputations are character-bound. Could I get extra bronze by sending them to an alt? And getting their rep done? I don't know. Maybe. That's more burnt out in Legion than I thought. Yeah, that's fair. I always think I'm disengaging, but it's the slimes knocking me back at the beginning here. Now there's a 740 Demon Hunter. They don't need me. See if we can still make it onto the leaderboard here. So far, no. Make sure we get our fell spike off. Oh, there we go. I briefly saw myself. One day I'm gonna be a carry, but today is not that day. I was 9th with 8.97 mil DPS at 676 average. Dark Lestrange, thank you for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Love queuing into a Heroic Emerald Nightmare with 10 plus tanks. Yeah, load them up. I don't even know if healers are doing anything. I hid my raid frames at the beginning of Remix and I haven't looked at them since. Morning Hazel. Got to try out housing on the PTR yesterday and I love it. Made an outside rest area with a little garden around a fountain. Even took pictures. Can't wait for the real thing. Excellent. Nice. I'm glad they got that up and running. I know people were really disappointed when it got pushed back a day. Have I lost my pet? Yeah, they're way back there. Oh no, I summoned a dude! Oopsies. My bad. Oh hey, got my research done. House in PTR is awesome. Hit my decor limit outside, inside, and on both factions. I know which house slot I'm going to. House number 2 shall be mine. Oh, guild politicking over housing plots is real. I'm trying to not get my heart set on a specific plot. Like, there's definitely an area that I know that I like, and I'm gonna, you know, try to get in early to get it as quickly as I can, I suppose, but I'm trying not to, like, have my heart absolutely set on a specific one just in case I can't get it, because I know I want to be in my guild neighborhood. I don't want to be in the house of my choice, but, like, with a bunch of people I don't know around me. So I may need to make some compromises, and I'm not willing to, like, fight anybody for it. I don't know if we have a plan aside from first come, first serve for who's going to get which plots. I think that's pretty much how it's going to work. For the PTR, finding that stuff I thought I would like isn't that great. Oh, like what? I want the base of the Griffinary. I went BM for my Remix Hunter, and I hate relying on pets. They sure do fall behind a lot. And you can dismiss them and resummon them, but, you know, the boss might be half dead by then. Thought I'd like the spooky alley zone, and I hate it. It's too dark. Closest to the Moonwell area, I need to scout it in the housing area to know where it is. Is it true they're removing pet battles? No, they're not removing pet battles. They're not adding more of them at the same scale that they have done, at least in terms of combat-ready new pets. There's a blue poster Reddit somewhere. I should have a button for this. This is the post that says what they're actually doing to pet battles. Oh, I lived. That's the one. Nice for a small guild. Start in a private neighborhood, get your people in, and convert to public to fill it up. Yeah. I mean, you could try to find, I guess, like an empty public neighborhood with your guild. But I guess other people would be finding it at the same time. I don't know. Curious to see how that plant pans out. Oh, I don't have a pet again. Oopsies. 88 souls of the Ka. Yeah. Versus at 36%. I feel like 100% will be fun. Oh, Kitty's dreaming. Baby girl. I hope she's nice and warm there. I guess it doesn't even really matter if I get my pets caught up. It's not like anyone needs me to kill this boss. And I think I'm kind of caught up on my infinite research after I turn in these as well, so when I'm done here, I don't need to hurry back to turn them in. I can probably do the, there's a Val'sharah emissary up today that I can do. The only pet you need is your Dreadlord. I don't even think I pressed him. He's on vacation. He's on sabbatical. Thog, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thanks for picking me. I wonder how long it's gonna, like, Legion Remix is gonna hold my attention for. The next major thing that could disrupt it would be when I hit 740 and I don't have any more item level to chase. I'm curious to see what my bronze situation looks like by then, because at that point I'm either gonna pivot to alts or like set up kind of like a daily bronze farm routine on that character that feels really fast because of how much they smoke. Yeah. Since Shadowlands pet battles were in checklist compliance mode, they added what was added in previous X packs, but no real innovation. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think that if this means that they think of something new to try, I am game for that, because they haven't really done anything interesting or exciting or particularly fun for them in a long time. Do you think when you use Fell Spike to impale your Dreadlord, the Dreadlord thinks that it's just a really bad chiropractor? I think he thinks, not again! Every time we summon him, he's like, this time I get to stay. What do you do to keep increasing edible? Yeah, you run stuff over and over again. There's going to be more content releasing, so we'll have a wider range of things to do. But you get gear from your infinite research dailies, you get gear from raids. You get these motes from basically everything. Questing, world questing, raids, dungeons. Everything gives you the motes, and you combine those to give you pieces of gear that will scale and continue to give you upgrades through the whole journey. So a lot of your gear is going to come from that too. Broke the L4 vertebrae again. Enough bronze to buy everything available in P1 by the time you hit 740. Maybe! I need another, like, I guess the 2 mil is for everything in all the phases. The sets are really expensive. I'm getting bronze every day, but not, I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm getting item level faster than I'm getting bronze. But we're going to get tons of it. I'm not too worried about it. We're going to get tons of bronze as we get new content to do. And at a certain point, when I have all of the Legion Remix exclusive cosmetics, at that point it becomes a little bit less. I don't think I'm going to obsess over getting, like... I'd like to get everything off the vendors, I suppose. But as long as I've got the exclusive stuff, that's the main thing. Bought everything available before I even got a 740 piece. I wonder if I'm missing a lot of things. I am buying a lot of sets that I'm only missing like one piece from. Just to have it. just gonna run. This hand's warming up. We can play with one hand at a time, right? Did buy the new class all mounts. Not sure if I want to buy them level characters. I'm doing the same thing. I'm probably going to end up buying the vast majority of them, but until, like, I don't want to buy them until kind of I know that I'm done. Just in case I level with those alts. Something might talk me into it later. Yeah, I think doing a Mythic Zero tour solo will get me a lot of bronze. I haven't done that yet. Do you guys even bother trying to get these, or do you just jump off? It'll mail it to me. Oh, sorry, kitty. This has never happened to me before, actually. Oh, there we go. Can't loot in combat. Usually feign death works for me. I must have gotten in combat after I finished feigning death. Apparently you can't jump down in combat either. This is a real mess. Do I have to swim? This has never happened to me before. I have to swim up? Oh dear. It'll work eventually. Oh. You promise? You promise it'll work? Try again. I feel like Xavius is not going to live this long. Well, it's a good thing he's got his shorts on, huh? I guess I'm not drowning. There's that. Sorry, buddy. This has never happened to me before. Hi, normally I just feign death, loot the chest, jump in, and Bob's your uncle. I think it's because they must be in combat with Xavius. I kind of feel like I'm in someone's esophagus. Oh, we lusted. Boing. I don't want to leave until they've killed it. This is unfortunate. I feel like I've been lost in a drain somewhere. Someone flushed Hazel. Okay, people are getting their loot now. Alright. I'm gonna hearth. A little claustrophobic. Oh, hey, it ported me. Wow. Alright. Nice. Oh, no, I wasn't gonna hearth. That's right. I was gonna do, Valshra Emissary. Oh, that was a first. I didn't care for that. I know they don't really need me or anything, but still doesn't feel very nice. Okay. Let's do the Valshra Emissary. That'll give me a piece. What's the world boss today? Withered Jim. Withered Jim today. Out in Asuna by the Isle of the Watchers. Oh, I'm flying kind of weird. I think I forgot that I was skyriding for a second. I thought I've been swimming too long. All backwards. This quest kind of sucks, but I think we're just going to do as many of them as we can. We are in Heroic World Tier, which is good, and I do want to keep an eye out for these empowered mobs, because another 13 of those and I'll get an achievement giving me infinite knowledge. I have 2 more of these fragmented memento things to turn in. I don't want to do it until I have that extra knowledge today. Also, I want to use these guys. Got achievements for that too. I stayed out of Heroic World Tier for kind of a long time. And didn't turn it on until like yesterday. But to be fair, every time I turned it on earlier than that, I just kind of died, so it didn't seem all that worth it. I know some people leveled with it from the get-go, and they're brave. They're braver than me. You're stuck in the ground. What about bats? Should stop playing with housing, do the world boss. You don't have to. I played with transmog for what felt like 45 minutes today. I was just logging on to different characters trying to figure out who was going to look best in the Ashara mog. And then I found out that the answer is, you know, where we started, which is Crawdad. Getting 9 ranks of a trait is either bugged, because one of the items is very low item level, caused my trait to do less damage. Oh dear. Do I need to do this for some reason? I don't know where this guy came from. He's kind of scary. Ow. Whoops. Still in world tier. Ancient Annihilator Slain. Isn't that like oh yeah, it's the big tree guy. He does rock it well. 3 traits. I think I'm only doing 6 traits in any given thing. Like 6 bonus traits anyway. Not him. He's scary. He killed me. That one's stuck in the ground. Oh, I missed it! Oops. That's okay, he'll respawn. Maybe that's another one. More empowered guys will give me Legion Slayer 3. There's a lot of cool decor from Legion Class Hall. Shaman get a giant floating lava ball. Oh. I installed Homebound, and I haven't been using it yet. Like I've been doing just remix, so I haven't really sat down and looked through it yet. And I feel like at some point I should do that so I can figure out what I want to work on ahead of time and how I get all the things that I actually want to use. I don't know if I'm going to want to collect transmog just for the sake of mog. Or not transmog. Housing items just to have more of them, probably. For just like the collection +1, I'm sure we'll have add-ons that track it the same way we do everything else. Or if I only want to focus mainly on the stuff that I actually want to use. Homebound is an add-on that theoretically shows you the locations of all the housing items that we're going to get access to. And like what kind of content you would need to do and how many of them you would have collected already to let you get a head start on collecting transmog. It should be from the same creator as Collector's Bounty Helper. I installed it, but I haven't messed around with it yet. Quest. Also, I think we get another 2 pieces of gear. Legs. And nice belt. Up to 685 average. Which I think is actually what I wanted today. I think that puts me at 15 item levels up today. Which I'm pretty excited about, especially given that we took a break to go do Hallow's instead. And we'll get a few more pieces from turning in these researches. Show some of the items, not all of them. They will add more in later, I hope. Are my pets around? Where do they go? They've left. They're going on their own adventures. They're emancipating. Yeah, there are some new things in Hallow's End. 3 weapons, new transmog set, new mount. There's the official WoW article about it there. I need to make sure I'm breaking these eggs. I don't have health bars for them for some reason. I must have turned them off. 300 tricky treats, which is better than 3,000 tricky treats. For the new weapons. What are my pets doing? Are they like mad at a bunch of eggs or something? Yes, yes they are. Okay. Yeah, I'm not horrifically mad at the tricky treat thing. Oh, PLJ93, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Hope your weekend's going good. Need 500 to also get the 2 other items on page 2. Yeah, worth having a really good look through the holiday vendors to make sure you're not missing anything from previous years. They put the rest of last year. They had that the Harvest Golem set recolor, the Trading Post recolor, and you were able to get it by farming the Headless Horseman. And this year, that one has gone onto the vendor, presumably for tricky treats, so that's available too. I didn't check the prices because I'm spoiled and I got it already. You're raid locked in Remix, but it's daily raid lock, so you can do each difficulty of each raid once per day. So if you want, you can do Emerald Nightmare 4 times, and then you can do Trial of Valor 4 times if you're including LFR. I've been doing Mythic, Heroic, and Normal. At least as of yesterday. Before that, I was just doing Heroic and Normal. So you can't spam them infinitely, but daily clears are pretty good. Only been doing Mythic, don't have it in me to do it 3 times. I don't blame you one bit. I feel like I always get sucked into doing Trial of Valor at the very least repeatedly because it's so short and I'm right there. Like, Odin teleports you right out and then I'm like, well, what if we just do it 1 more time? Yeah, no, it is a lot of reading. They do go really fast, though. I don't know when I became a raid spamming apologist, but they... Especially if you get a group with decent item level and a few different people carrying, the bosses fall over like piñatas. It's not like a raid night where you're in there for an hour every time. I guess I haven't timed it, but it feels really, really fast. 1 more achievement away from getting my Party Herald title. I never want to host a party again. Oh, man. Well, congratulations. You're braver than me. I never did that. I looked at the requirements and I thought, I shall never be the Party Herald. The parties will have to go unannounced. That guy. I gotta find the lobsters with the Legion buffs. That one. That must have been a rare. That was a good amount of power. I wonder if this will get me in trouble, actually. I do sometimes still get myself in danger in Heroic World Tier, but now that I'm 685, it's not nearly as much. You can get away with a lot more, especially if you happen to have your cooldowns up. Love the Ember Court, got the title and thought, oh, that's all, huh? I stuck with it long enough to get the mount, but I hated it. Because it felt like they made you do so much open world busy work.
I wouldn't have minded just the scenario. I thought the actual scenario itself, where you're doing tasks to like balance out different, or like, you know, to choose one attribute of a party over another one, I thought that was clever and kind of fun. But the before the party, where you're just doing a bunch of running around, and just so much running around trying to make sure you have party juice or something, and invitations, and having to repeat invitations, you know, like stealing the horse every week because you have to keep inviting whoever it was. Like, I've invited you before, just come back, you know, it's a sting-a-ding invitation. That used to make me crazy. I want to turn in the emissary, which I feel like happens at... Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Upgrade. 692. Happy with that. I don't know when I got all these heroic caches of treasures, but those are good for motes. And then what else did I want to do? I'm really close to Legion's Lair 3. It's got to be like a nice easy one here. Let's do this. You know, if we're going to be doing World Quest anyways. Oh. It's like, why aren't all my buttons working? It's because they're dragon riding buttons. That would be why. This is probably the arena in which I feel the gearing difference most. Because you can't really tell when you're in raids, because there's pretty much always going to be people that are bursting a lot harder than you, that are carrying you anyways. So even as I've like doubled my damage and then doubled it again, I'm still barely on the meters in raids. It doesn't really matter. But this, I can really feel the difference. I was not able to cruise through quest mobs in Heroic World Tour this quickly like a couple of days ago. The item levels doing work. It's paying for itself. I was hoping I would find some empowered mobs doing that, but I didn't. Maybe over here. I see one. I thought I saw one. Oh, there's one. And then you're looking my way, so grab that one. And then you as well. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Legion Slayer 3, that gives me an extra infinite knowledge. That is what I wanted to have before I used these two. Excellent. So my infinite knowledge is up to 22. These now give me 103k, which got me another achievement, which gives me another knowledge, so now it should be 23. And then this one's going to give me 104.6k. Nice. Annette, thank you very much for the 11-month resub. Hiya, how's the house life treating you? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're well, I'm battling the temperature just for the moment, but another week or so I should have that sorted out. That's what they look like. Taking notes. We've learned an awful lot about the wood-burning stove. I knew how to use it, but I also didn't know a lot of details about it before this week, or like how much wood you would go through to like have a fire for an evening or a day or whatnot. Have you been to the America Southwest, Hazel? Going to Albuquerque in a few hours. Never. Not once in my life. I hope you have fun. Not seen much of a desert ever. I bet you there's cool animals out there. No, I've never in my life been to a desert. I haven't traveled a whole lot. And when I have, it's generally just been on the West Coast. And also, I don't know if going to BlizzCon counts as visiting California, because all I ever really saw was Anaheim and Irvine for Blizzard HQ, and it's pretty much just concrete. There's concrete and a few palm trees. Not a lot else going on. Let's pop this in. Go back. I don't know if you would just see one randomly, but I love kangaroo mice. I've seen them in documentaries and stuff. You should go out in the desert at night, stargaze. Concrete and a few palm trees. And some very large stores, you know, like enormous cavernous pharmacies and stuff. It was fine, you know. Buy yourself a $9 yogurt. There we go. What did I get? Legs. Boyfriend loves birds, heading straight to the wildlife refuge. Oh, nice. That's like my favorite part of any trip, is seeing animals that I don't normally get to see. And my favorite part of just going outside here is seeing animals that I do get to see. Like, I don't know how people go on vacations and don't just like freak out about the shorebirds the whole time. This is what I was opening. Alright, I made it up to an average of 687 with equipped 679 today. That's pretty good. That is not quite 20 item levels up from where I started, but close. 16 or so, I think. And I have about 60k bronze to spend, but I'm pretty sure I spent 30k already, about 2 sets. So 90k bronze in a day from doing this, from doing all my raid clears and the occasional world quest. Happy with that. Let's buy more raid sets. Oh man, well, I guess we're gonna buy one more raid set because are they 30k? They're 15k each, aren't they? Let me see. They might be 30k each. Yeah, I forget. Maybe I only bought one before. Doomblade. Nesting season for the albatross in Hawaii, and I was screaming. House sitting, my stepdad's house. The heater was broken, 16 Celsius inside all week. Hated it. Yeah, that's exactly what temperature it is in here right now. I can deal for short periods of time. I have lots of layers. I'm used to dressing warmly, but it makes me cranky. I get grumpy after a while. I just don't like being cold. It gets to you. Oh, I guess I didn't have Wardens done before. That's nice. A little extra bronze from that. I guess I'll buy another set. But I'm getting my heat fixed. I'm getting the heat fixed. It's just going to be another week or so. I wonder if I'll be able to stream while they're working, actually. It's going to be kind of loud. We'll see. Usually, in the past, whenever, like, I was renting a place and they would do work, I would have, like, no notice or not much notice. And this time, I guess I'm going to know when they're working on it. I could make plans. Oh, so much transmog. So much mog. You know what? There's not that many more sets in this vendor to get through before I'm caught up to the stuff that we're allowed to buy. There's more, but not that many. Short time is fine. Yay for getting the heater fixed. Looking forward to it. What did I want to see? I wanted to check on my progress here. I need another 2.2 mil bronze to collect everything. So it's coming along. Maybe tomorrow I'll do that Mythic Zero World Tour. That should give me a good boost of just achievements, because I'm missing chunks of those dungeon achievements for the current Mythic Zero dungeons. Like, I haven't even done them all, let alone on Heroic. Oh, there's knowledge for that. Oh, I'm not a doofus, but like I did a doofy thing. I forgot about these. I thought I had that knowledge. I don't. Oh, it's because of... Okay, that's why. I was like, why wasn't this on the guide? It's because you need to do Cathedral, Kara, and Triumvirate, so it's not available yet. I have everything except for those ones, so I want that. We don't have access to that knowledge yet. I answered my own question. Don't mind me. And then even when I do these, it'll still be important, but we won't have that yet. I gotcha. I caught up. We're all good. Let's see here. So now... Heroic World Tier. They'll give me a greater bronze cache for doing 30 world quests. And then there's another bronze cache for 200 empowered enemies. And then the bronze obelisk. I mean, I may as well stay in World Tier. There's no real big reason not to. Made it for some live Hazel. Hi, here soon. You got me for about 10 more minutes. Yeah, Xavier's Horns 5 for bronze. Let's go ahead to let's do a few world quests and see there for now. Maybe I can like crumple myself into if I tuck my feet under me. Maybe that'll warm me up. Let's see. I want to do this one. Plus, my knowledge is doing fine. We're at 23 now, and I feel like that's pretty healthy. I should try and work on the Suramar thing. I got into trouble with the Suramar questing because I was trying to turn in these quests. And maybe I'll do this at the end of the stream just for fun when I know I'm turning off stream anyways, so if the thing glitches out and crashes, then we can just turn it off. Or maybe I'll jinx it into working by virtue of being streaming. But there's, the burning thorns in this area were completely locking up my game to the point that it was unplayable and I couldn't turn in those quests. And you need to do a little quest line up there for the campaign. If I could get that one done, then I could finish the Suramar campaign. I only have a few quest lines left. I did the important stuff, and I'm past the Ancient Mana part already. Yeah, maybe I'll try that just for fun. I'll show you guys, and it's a win-win. Either I show you how broken it is, and it's funny, or it's magically not broken, and then I can finish my quest. Some marks for quests can be put in the wrong place in the map. That's annoying. I had a few that I couldn't find, but it turned out they were in the right place. They just were in caves underground and not available out in the world. I want to do Torrentius. Smash some spicy grog. Issue not being able to get the second artifact. I haven't tried that one yet. Let's go try to turn this in. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. And if I can't do it, then hopefully I can at least whatchamacallit, get him hearthed out of there eventually so that I can proceed with my life. I was worried the first time it happened to me that I had completely bricked Crawdad because I wasn't going to be able to stay logged into him long enough. I'm going to completely zoom into first person for a start. And I'm going to try not to look at those assets, but we'll see. I'm going to maybe approach a bit from the north. Don't have any class level quests for my shaman, only the Ellie artifact. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's annoying. Those things. So as long as I don't look at them, I think we're fine. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to look at the ground. I think it's just if I look at them that they crash me. Oh. Frame rate dropping. Still working though. Okay, my brilliant plan. I mean, it's kind of working. This is working better than it was. I'm just trying to get over to the quest giver so I can turn in the quest. And there's the sound. My game might crash. My stream might crash, to be honest. If it does, I'm about wrapping up for the day anyway. Oh, no, there it goes. oh, almost. I already updated my graphics card drivers. This is not a me problem. I'm not the only person that has this issue. The rest of the game works just fine, but there's a graphics asset around here that completely ruins my game's life. But we are getting slowly closer to the quest giver. Unfortunately, the next quest is going to have me interact with that element, so I'm going to need to go right up to it and, like, use an item on it. Uh-oh. Alright, my monitors... Nope, there we go. World of Warcraft unable. Okay, well, you know, at least it didn't kill my stream. You can change to Heroic World Tier whenever you like. I would say it started feeling fun for me around 6:30. That was when it stopped being really annoying, but you can do it earlier. People do. Tanks can get away with it much sooner. I was just dying. That was my problem. Thank you for doing this. I was a little disappointed. I was hoping the universe would jinx it and make it work to make me sound crazy, and then at least I would be able to get my quest done, but no dice. I'll have to try that. I think if I'm not streaming, I might be able to like slowly move myself closer and eventually get it done. Because people do talk about doing it at just 1 frame per second, very slowly, and not having their WoW crash. So I'll have to try. I remember it being laggy back during Legion, but yeah, I remember it being laggy back during Legion, but it didn't used to brick me that badly. But here, let me find. Let me see. Here. Here's a forum post. This isn't what I was looking at originally, but quest in Legion titled "Only Choice We Make." Quest has you incinerate the root. Extreme frame drop. Game crashed. Graphics card not supported. Animated ground texture has been the bane of my frame rate. I'm not the only person with this problem. There's a Wowhead thread about it as well. Clearly, it's not everybody, but it's definitely not just me. I've tried turning my graphics down already. It didn't help. Turning from DirectX 12 to DirectX 11 didn't fix it, but it made it work a tiny bit better to the point that it took longer for me to crash. So maybe off stream I'll try that again. It's just a real weird thing about that one graphic, and it wasn't that bad back then. I don't know why it's worse with Legion Remix. But anyways, if you are in the world having that problem, you're not alone. It's me too. So now we can be stuck on that quest together, because that's why I gave up on finishing my Suramar campaign on stream. Is I saw that off stream and I was like, there's no way I can run that on stream and get that finished. So I guess I'm just going to move on to gearing up and forget about that infinite knowledge, because like, what are you supposed to do? You have to have it. I didn't have issues. I don't think it's everybody, but I do think it's some people. It must be an issue with some setups. But I don't have anything weird. I'm using a 3080. My drivers are up to date, everything else works. I don't think it's my fault. A lot of things in life are, but I think that one's not on me. I will be back tomorrow for a Sunday stream. I would like to thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to wrap up here. I appreciate the company. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.